pie in the oven.
It started. Sorry, go ahead.
I have a pie in the oven. So our conversation, if it hits 24 minutes, I'm going to have to... Actually, no, Jared, could I have you get the pie out of the oven for me? Because it's going to be done in 25 minutes.
You want me to run all the way downstairs?
It's fine. I'll just be like, oh, I think Jin Yin has a pie ready. I have to go help get it out. I'll be right back. I cannot run off and then come back.
That's perfect. That's perfect. Hilarious.
No, fine. I'll just take... I know that I might take 2 seconds to run, pull the pie out.
Perfect.
And then I'll be back. Heck, you could even keep
I'll be counting
while I run and grab the...
Okay.
All right. So, what are we doing? Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. We're live. We're going. Okay.
All right.
To ridding the rot. I'm a little frazzled because life, but we're getting into this, and I'm so excited because it'll be interesting. We'll see how this goes. So last time in ridding the rot, we have the Shadow's End and company having begun preparing for Raoden's party, his name day celebration, which has been started and brought to begin, namely because he was attacked by not neighboring, but a nearby province, one of his rival provinces within the land of Elithkar. And in this land, all these princes, each ruler of each respective province, is pretty much always at odds with each other prince, each other high prince, namely because the way someone becomes Lord Protector of the land is by being the strongest of them all. And if you can defeat everyone else during their feats of strength, their festival of strength, which is a time where all the high princes and princesses gather to contest against one another and see who comes out on top in this large tournament. They determine who the strongest of them all is. And the person who's won that so far for years running, for almost like a century now. I don't think I have the exact date in my mind. It's something multiple decades, almost a century at this point, has been the Elven Lord Iadon, which is the father of Raoden's father. And Iadon himself, the Lord Protector Iadon, having multiple different children, but one of them being Elven. In essence, his only elven child is Raoden, who becomes the favorite by being the only full elven child. However, he's also a madman, and therefore the black sheep of the family even then, and looked at as lower amongst the other high princes. He enjoys this beaten reputation, however, because it means that most of them don't look at him as a rival, because he would have to deal with their antagonism, their threats, their invasions against his land and his people all the time, and you have to put way too much mental effort into that, where he's a busy guy. He keeps himself spread out. He's got fingers in many little pies. You guys would be aware, vaguely at least, that he has, spies within the realms and everything. He keeps track of what's going on all over the continent, and he also has at least one secondary alias going on within Kel, at least, because he runs into Nemo using said alias at a certain point. But nonetheless, he's a busy guy, in which case he can't deal with all of the problematic attacks on his person, on his people. So he prefers to destroy his reputation to where they think he's not a threat. And when he comes out on top eventually, they will never know what hit them. So this party is exercise of destroying his reputation. And he wanted you guys to invite people that would cause strife, cause problems, cause mayhem, or perhaps just be looked down upon in general, and therefore add to the negative rep that he's built and is trying to upkeep. So, let me lower this music. Is it too loud for you guys?
Nope.
No?
You're good.
Okay, I guess I'm just thinking aloud. Okay, so you guys are collected within the house. Let's see. Zimit has been doing some research and delving into some ancient tomes about the dark days in the past. He's convinced and kind of swayed to his side. The very dark, bitter librarian Maris, who is Maris Ashburn, who is edgy and taciturn at best, and probably just the worst person to be around in general. But he has convinced her to help him in his reaching for information about his curse or whatever it is affecting him, and reaching for more information about it if it's ever happened to someone else in the past, etc., etc. Other than that, you guys are all approached by different members of the household, of Raoden's household, so that they can collect information and different ideas for inspiration to decorate, feed, and set up the festival that is about to come up, the party that's about to happen. And everyone sets to setting it up. So with that, we'll go into this. We have Nemo. Let's see. Nemo was going to be accosted by Raoden at some point. We'll wait till Nathan arrives, obviously, to do that. But Kanari and Karhale still haven't had their conversation. And as they collect, at some point, would you guys be having this conversation on the first day of this week, or would you guys be having it somewhere later during the week of preparation for this festivities?
I guess it's up to me. Kanari probably would just, well, the first day of the week she was out, I think, mostly. Or anyway, so we'll just say it's like 2 or 3 days into the week. Not too far, maybe second day. She's not waiting that long.
Okay.
She's given Karhale a little bit of time to like rest. And then she'll be like, okay. So yeah. 2 or 3 days in the week.
Makes total sense.
Okay. Well,
so a couple days to rest. What are you guys up to? Zimit's been buried in the library for most of this week, and when he wasn't buried in the library, he's been running around completing different tasks with an agreement set upon if he finished the tasks. Yes, Z?
Also, one more thing. Was there any word from Aldrich about a possible...
Good question. Okay, go ahead and roll me a D100, and I'll have the set percentage set aside.
I'm really hoping this does well, because the last D&D session I played, I rolled 2 100s in a row.
He did. It was crazy.
Hold on. I'm just going to do it in here. 17.
17, you said?
Yep.
Okay. You do not get any word back within this week, but you will receive a note that he is very optimistic and don't think it's fallen through just yet. Please help my cousin. And you see that the last bit was kind of scrawled very hurriedly and kind of desperately. But yes, so nothing has shown as of yet from his perspective. Not even anything that seems interestingly magical from what he tells you. But we'll have you roll next week as well, and just see when things might pop up. Okay, so Z, by the way, what was the crux of you finishing the tasks? If you succeeded in finishing these tasks throughout the week and helping set up the party and everything, what would the outcome have been? I believe there was some sort of deal between...
Shoot, what's her name? My brain just left me.
Maris or Alara?
Alara. She said that she would possibly give me something, like a reward or something.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, go ahead. Yeah. So let's go ahead. Give me a 1. Okay, so most of the tasks given to you were things like going down to a town and getting everything that they needed, all of the equipment, all of the food, all of the flowers, bouquets, all those things at the best prices that you could, and seeing how well that would play out. But yes, so we'll have you roll, and you will have a negative, you will have not disadvantage, but the DC will be higher. It's going to be 3 higher, for the sake of the townspeople's kind of negative impression of you and the Shadows End at the moment.
Question, because I can't technically leave. I mean, I could leave,
You-
but
That's true. However, I've been so Raoden has been mulling this over, and if he wants you to be useful to him, he does intend to have this happen. So he's gonna roll with disadvantage because he's still Raoden throughout this week is staying up all night, every night, so he can be on the hour fixing his wards up. He seems to be working on multiple different things at once, one of which is a potion in his alchemy workshop, something that Nemo had kind of run into at one point. So he's going to roll for the potion he's making and Z as well for a little contraption he's decided to make. Okay, yes. So he succeeds in the potion for you, Kanari. So on the 3rd day, he ends up handing you, like really hurriedly as he rushes to fix up one of the wards in the East Wing. He rushes past you and he goes, "Oh, Kanari dear, this is what you're asking for. I hope it works. Good luck." And keeps on running. But you have what you asked for. He was successfully creating it, at least seemingly. And Z,
You totally could have asked Jeskier to make that for you.
Possibly. It would have
fair.
plausibly also taken longer. Raoden, when Raiden's running away, he does call back and he goes, "By the way, that was, I put that on a rush, so if it doesn't work out perfectly, don't blame me." Continues. "I am no perfect potion master." He rolls, he creates you a contraption, and he brings it to you. You can see his eyes like just twitching just a little bit of strain at the crinkling of his eyes and everything. But Raoden gives this to you probably near the beginning, about 3 days in as well. So you're not able to leave the castle, and Alara is aware of that. She doesn't force you into anything in that regard because she knows that wouldn't help anything. So you'll be continuing with tasks through that first part along different lines. However, he does pass you a contraption as well. This one, it's in the form of, he passes you a bracelet, actually. So this is a runed up silver bracelet that is rather, it's more like a band. Or almost like a bracer with runes, like 1,000 runes kind of engraved into the metal itself. And it has this little haze, this little glow to it. And he goes, "Now, this is something to the effect of the wards that I have going on, except on a smaller scale. So this would only affect you and within 5 feet of you. It will squelch magic to an extent. So to an extent, my wards, the way they work, is something more along the lines of absorbing the magic that's being cast. I still haven't perfected using that magic that's being absorbed to continue powering the wards. It's been something that's cranked around my brain for a while now, and I'm still trying to perfect it, but it hasn't worked yet. So I still need to power it myself, which is the whole problem. But this is a smaller scale, and since I still haven't perfected that, it won't last forever. You'll have to get a touch up with me every once in a while. But since it is so much smaller, it should work for however long you need it to. The thing is that when larger magic is squelched by this thing or absorbed by this thing, it will cease to function as eventually. So go ahead and write down magical contraption or Raoden's contraption, the wrist bracelet, whatever you want to call it. He didn't give it a name. And go ahead and write down if you exceed, so the thing is, it'll work. It'll squelch magic, and you can turn it on and off. So that'll be the thing. When you take off the bracelet or put on the bracelet, that will be an action for you to do.
Sure.
Like you have to unhook it and pull it off and put it stash it somewhere. And then when you do so, it'll deactivate. So that means while you're wearing the bracelet, your magic is squelched as well. You cannot use magic, and magic cannot be used on you, which is cool, and it's some level of protection. However, if you want to cast and use your abilities, you'll have to turn it off, which means we'll have you be rolling to see whether or not your better self is overtaken by your worse self. But when you are wearing it and you have it clamped on, you'll be perfectly yourself, unmagic, cursed, and all that. But you won't be able to cast.
Okay.
And if someone casts on you, say magician spell like attacks you, the magic itself will be squelched. However, if it exceeds a 10th level spell before every touch up, so 10th level spell is the limit that it has. So this will pile up too. So I'll let you know per castings, it can absorb up to a 10th level, up to 10 levels of spells, if that makes sense. So if a 3rd level spell is cast at you, and then a 10th level spell is, and then a 5th level spell is cast at you, it'll still work fine, and those will be absorbed for you in that moment. But the a 2nd level spell would break it from then on.
Okay.
And so you'd have to come get it touched up with Raoden. Like this is the amount of power it can absorb is only up to 10 levels. This will not squelch the spell for anyone else. It's just for the effect on you.
Yeah.
And your person. Pretty much within 5 feet of you. So if you're hugging someone, they would be unaffected as well. Okay, so with that in mind, your contraption, sir, you are able to leave the vicinity here. And by the way, so he tells you this. And roll me an insight check really quick.
Oh, what's my insight? Bad. 7.
A 7. Okay. So you can't nothing. Never mind. Nothing seems amiss. So you're good. Oh, it's such a low roll.
He's one cool dude.
Yeah, he's one cool dude. I mean, he just gave this to you for free. That's cool. That's very nice of him. And this is gonna help you succeed in all your paths and all your choices from here on out. So hi Nathan. Nathan's here. He'll slip in soon. Okay, so from there we have Karhale and Kanari. On the 3rd day, Kanari, you pick up this potion. I feel like that kind of tracks as the day that you find your way back to Karhale.
Yeah, absolutely. So, okay, Kanari would make her way to Karhale's room. I guess you're probably resting. I don't know. She's gonna check there unless she knows where you're at. But
you actually find Karhale getting pecked at by little fingers as she's trying to clean out the cage of little birds.
Nice. Pecked at by little fingers or little beaks?
Sorry. Her fingers are being pecked at.
Oh, okay. I was like, their little fingers pecking at her. I'm like, what?
No, I got
That's
it.
a weird image.
I rearranged it mentally via context.
I created a really weird, distorted bird thing that was like, that's fair, I guess. Shy would come up. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway. Yeah, Kanari's just awkwardly standing at the door, not saying anything, just kind of like hovering until you notice her.
Aw.
It's probably a very long time. Karhale is not perceptive.
She's just standing there, and then eventually you turn around. She's just.
Ooh, how long have you been standing there?
It's been a while. No big deal.
You really could just say something like, high,
You
I would do.
were in the zone, and with your delicate constitution, I didn't want to startle you into dying again.
You did not just say that I have a delicate constitution.
I mean, you seem like you're better a little bit, but you
You're
don't seem
going
like
to get punched into next week.
Could you punch me into next week right now?
Yes, I'm fine.
Okay, whatever you say. I just didn't want to startle you. Nathan, hello.
Wait, is he in
anyway,
the switch? It'll bother me. There we go.
It looks like you're busy. I can just come back later though. Like, it's no big deal. You're cleaning out bird poop or something.
Sorry, what are you here for?
It can wait. It's not a big deal. Don't worry about it. You're busy.
Okay.
She just turns back and continues
Whatever you say.
scraping up from below.
How are you feeling? Did you sleep well last night?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Are you fine?
They're asking how I am.
I mean,
I find that immediately concerning.
I'm sorry that I'm trying to be nice to you. Don't you always complain no one cares about your feelings or whatnot?
No, not out loud.
Oh, I must have just absorbed that. Don't worry about it. Are you mad that we brought you back to life?
She sits down. No, I'm not mad.
Just disappointed?
Not disappointed.
Good, because I think Jaskier was losing his mind a little bit, so she kind of sits down next to you. Was losing his mind a little bit, so
Yeah, I'm sure he was the only one.
oh yeah, I was cool as a cucumber.
I bet.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you're alive. I'm glad you came back.
Me
Nemo
too.
did something somewhat useful for once.
Yeah, it kind of hurt a lot. He could have just let the ritual take its course and it probably would have hurt a lot less. I'm actually kind of concerned about future ramifications for that, but we're going to tuck that away. We're going to tuck that feeling away for later and hope it doesn't bother me again.
It'll be fine. What's the chance of you dying twice? It's low. It's fine. Maybe you died once, so now you can live forever.
I don't think I want that.
Oh. Okay. To each their own, I guess. Did Jaskier tell you about his song that he wrote for you or sang for you?
No.
Oh, well, he sang you a lovely little song trying to get you to come back from the other side.
Okay.
I just didn't know if you had heard it.
I have not. Oh, I think actually it did get mentioned at some point, but I was kind of hung up on the fact. It's my pie.
Get your pie.
I was kind of hung up on the fact that I had died and you had both lied to me about it.
I mean, lying's a strong word. I, for a while, didn't believe you died, so it's fine, right? It's fine. Anyway, I just came in here to ask some advice, I guess. And I'll wait for you to get back.
She just runs out of the room.
Yep. I have to go get my pie though. Jenyen told me I need to get it out of the oven and did not let it burn. So I'll be right back. And she's gone in probably less than like a minute and back. She's like, okay. Like,
okay, we're good. Yeah. Her hands are slipping a little bit because I imagine Kanari is the type to just grab it full hand.
Absolutely. No oven mitts, just grab it.
Mm-hmm.
So, sorry, what was the last thing you said?
I wanted to ask some advice from you.
Advice?
Yeah.
From me?
Yup.
And like you'll listen?
Well, I'm gonna try. Okay. Well, I've already started this, so I'm just gonna say it and get it over with. Okay, so I'm not good with relationships. I'm not good with people in general. I don't understand how they work. I do, but I still don't. I don't know. I understand what people want, what they think, but I don't know how to translate that into relating to them well. So,
Hold on. Oh,
You're surprisingly self-aware.
yeah, I mean, I am very self-aware. I just pretend like I'm not. Anyway, so I'm
It's a
we
shame
have
we
been-
didn't do this over a drink, because you apparently drink now.
Are you mad about that, but not about us bringing you back?
No, I'm not mad about anything at all. It's just that, you and Nemo would drink with Zimmet, but you would never drink with me.
It wasn't.
No, it's fine. Sorry, continue asking for your advice.
I don't drink still, okay? It's not gonna happen again. A lesson learned. Anyway, we've been here with Raoden for a little while. I mean, we've been in and out, but we've been with Raoden here now for a year or so, right? And some people seem like they're adjusting rather well to that lifestyle.
Some people meaning Jenyen.
Yeah, some people meaning Jenyen. And he seems like he's finding a purpose in life and things he enjoys, and he's finding ways to take the parts he doesn't like about himself and use them in ways he doesn't feel so bad about. And making friends with people like Shannon, which is great, and I'm very happy for him. But as much as I love seeing him happy, there's just a little part of me that wonders if maybe he only is friends with me because he had no other options. And if I can't or don't want to adapt to this lifestyle, is it better to just let him be? And I don't want to be the reason he keeps living in a way that upsets him. And I was made to be a weapon, and weapons don't have feelings, and I don't know how to at this point. So, just to know what you thought about, you're good at people, mostly. I don't even know what I'm asking, honestly.
Well, along the lines of, you wouldn't want to live a quiet, normal life?
feel like after all you've been through, I feel like a quiet, normal life might suit you.
I don't know. I mean, sure, it's been nice in some ways to not have to constantly worry about dying or
I've been enjoying that quite a bit.
or know that I can sleep without having to watch out for every noise I hear. But at the same time, go ahead.
I think my question is here. Are you jealous of Jenyen's new friendships, or are you jealous that he seems to acclimate to peace and you can't?
I'm not jealous of his friendships, really. I want him to have other friends. I'm slightly jealous that he's acclimated so well, but I don't even know if I want a peaceful life, and I don't want to have to drag him into anything. He feels like if I go into danger, he needs to help, but I don't think he wants that, and I don't know how to give up. I mean, I feel like all I know is danger, and I'm good at it, and I love it, and I don't really know what else to do with myself. So yes,
you're jealous of his purpose, and that you can't seem to find any for yourself.
I hadn't thought about that. I suppose so. I mean, my purpose is to protect people and to kill things, and that's been good enough so far.
You and I are more alike than you think.
Jaskier doesn't want you going off to fight evil beings and taking on dangerous pursuits.
If he had his way, probably not, but I think he accepts that that's who I am, and this is what I need to do. But I think the similarities are in that we were both built for killing, both built to be weapons to protect. The difference is that I have a cause now, working with the ethereal, tracking down my tribe. I have, honestly, way too many purposes going on for me right now. But the only purpose you have anymore is protecting Jinyan, and he doesn't need protecting anymore. So, just like that, your only purpose taken away from you.
And so, therefore, he doesn't need me anymore. And might be better off without me, is what I'm thinking.
We've always had a bit of a complicated relationship, haven't we?
What? I don't know what you're talking. Yeah, we have. It's fine.
Back in the Corscape, Tai, she thanked me for sticking around.
She's a sweetie. What can I say?
You You are important to me not just because of what you can do, Nari. I'd care about you even if you couldn't fight or protect. So you can tell Tai she doesn't need to thank me. You're worth sticking around for.
Well, I guess I didn't get a chance to actually say anything when we were trying to bring you back because Nemo jumped in and took away the need for it, which is fine. I didn't want to have to rely on me anyway, but I guess now is as good a time as any to say thank you from me as well for sticking around, for putting up with my rough edges. I didn't hate you at first, but I certainly didn't like you.
No, you hated me.
Okay, I hated you. I was trying to soften it, okay?
No, it's okay. I hated you too. It's okay. It's fine.
Yeah, you were kind
The
of...
feeling was mutual.
If it makes you feel better, I hated everybody pretty much at that point. But I still do, and you're not one of those people anymore. So, what I'm trying to say is I think I'd still be wandering lost in a desert if I didn't have people like you in my life. So yeah, anyway, I'm here for you too, and no matter what happens, you're also worth keeping around. And that's why you're not dying on my watch, so don't even worry about it. I've got you.
I don't think I ever want to be on your watch. Because you're blind.
Fine. Not on my hearing. I don't know what you want.
No, I just have never felt comfortable enough to make a blind joke, but now I feel like I can.
Well, now I hate you again. So, no, I'm just kidding. She's going to lean over and give you a very slow, weird hug.
I imagine Carholi's sitting on the bed, so she's a little bit lower, and Canaria's
No, we both sat on the floor. We both sat on the floor.
Did?
I mean, so it's, but her arms are really long, so it is kind of, it's like they wrap a little
The alien arms.
Yeah. You're just, she's like, yeah. Thanks. She let's go.
Canaria's one of those thin, cord muscle people that is just not soft to hug. They're not the best huggers or anything. But this is an offering you hardly ever get. And Carhole is a good hugger.
It's very warm.
Yeah, very warm, very cuddly, yeah.
It's a little unruly for Canari, but she's used to the warmth. And that is how she grew up.
You know, the fun thing about purposes and directions is for people like us, the unbound or whatever they want to call us. We can change our purpose. You don't have to live to kill anymore. You can find something new. You can be something different if you want. We
Yeah,
can find it.
what?
We can find it.
But what? I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Cooking sounds boring. I don't want to sew. I probably couldn't even if I wanted to. I don't just want to live a doldrum life in a little house. At least not yet. I mean, maybe one day when I'm old and my knees don't work. But right now, I don't know.
Well, why don't you join the ethereal with me? We'd make good use of you, and it's certainly not boring. You could do some good. Knock some skulls together to save lives, instead of just your own skin.
That's not a bad idea. Joining another organization that thinks they view the world in the right way stresses me out a little bit.
Well, I mean, I think there's a little bit of a difference between the cult you grew up in and the ethereal.
It wasn't a cult. I told Thea this too. You didn't grow up there. You know nothing about what happened. It wasn't a cult. We did normal things. We did exercise. We went on field trips into the desert to fight monsters. And we had sleepovers where we all slept on a hard floor and fought each other for food. I mean, that's pretty normal experience growing up, if you ask me.
So before we get to the purpose thing, we're going to do a little bit of work on, connecting with your inner child and, trying to work through some of that stuff before we get to the big stuff like, life purposes and paths and all that.
You need therapy you need like day one therapy. You don't need
Yeah, we're stepping way too far. That's like session 15 therapy appointment. We're on day 1.
Okay.
We're day -5.
Fair enough. I'll think about it. And I'll think about joining the ethereal. It's not a bad idea.
No, it's not a bad idea. It was my idea. Of
Yeah.
course it's not a bad idea.
Usually
Usually whenever I have bad ideas, I preface it with this is a terrible idea, but
you're also fairly self-aware, which is good. I think I would just can you do me a favor and non-creepily as you can just watch Jenyin and genuinely honestly tell me if he should just build his own life apart from me, because I'm biased and I obviously don't want him. I don't want to leave him, but I do want what's best for him, and I don't know if I'm it.
I'm going to tell you now. I don't need to do any non-creepy watching or observation to tell you. I know whenever have you ever seen a pair of animals like a wolf and a panther that got separated from their mothers as cubs, and they were raised together and then they became very codependent and you couldn't separate them? That's you. That's you.
I'm not
the little tiger cub that got separated, paired up with a wolf, and now you're here and you can't be separated.
If she won't do the creepy watching, Shy will definitely do it.
Shy would do. I've not heard of that, but that doesn't sound healthy. Not that I know a lot about healthy.
Yeah, you don't know the first thing about healthy relationships. It's okay. It's okay if it's a little codependent.
Right, but that's the point. I'm saying I think it would be better if he branched out and he didn't feel like I was pulling him back. Like, I don't.
And I'm telling you, I don't think a person, no matter who it is, would be better off without you.
She just goes quiet and doesn't.
I don't think the world is better off without you, let alone Jenyan. Plus, he's like super scary, and you kind of help take the edge off of that just a little bit.
I take the edge off scary. That's funny and fair, I guess. Well, tell you what, I won't make any drastic decisions right now, but as long as you promise you'll just be honest with me.
When am I not?
Fair point. Fair point. Okay,
I wouldn't
well,
lie to you even if I
anyway,
thought it would be good for you.
what?
I wouldn't lie to you, even if I thought it would be good for you.
Yeah, I would never lie to you either.
No, except unless maybe if I died or something.
What?
that.
Also, I really don't like Shannon. I know that's terrible of me, but
Oh
I
my,
really
she's
don't
the
like her.
worst!
She's kind of the worst.
Really the worst.
Jenny and I were hanging out. Like, he was teaching me how to carve a banana, which was pretty cool. And she just tried to butt in and was just like, oh, let me help you, Jenny. And I was very annoyed.
No, not to one up you, but I'm going to one up you. She, in front of my face, hit on Jaskier in front of me. And then, as he rejected her, by the way, and left, she had the nerve to say that he could do better than me.
I could make her mysteriously disappear if you want.
No, we're not condoning killing just because someone is a non-self-aware prick.
No.
Helen.
I didn't mean killing. I just meant I can scare her bad enough so she never comes back. I mean, really, if you want.
No, I think I scare her enough to keep her away from what's mine. She knows I could crush her skull
Claim it,
with one
sis.
hand. I could crush her
Absolutely.
skull with one hand.
I'd love to see it.
Less than one hand. 3 fingers to crush her skull.
And that's why Jessica's in love with you. But anyway, I've taken up enough of your time. I'm glad that you're healing up okay.
What do I do with these birds?
You could give them to the cook to serve for hors d'oeuvres.
No.
No?
She covers their little ears.
Not what you wanted to hear.
Covers the cage with the blanket.
Is there
them.
is there an orphanage around here? They can have them as pets.
I thought you were saying to give the birds to the orphanage because the birds are orphans.
I mean, that too, actually.
Jeskier said that their wings aren't clipped and that we could just leave the door open. But I feel so bad.
Side note, guys. In an orphanage far, far away, a little boy still whispers into a tiny little earring.
Yeah. That Nemo. Nemo
So
gave a random orphan his
sad.
earring of whisper.
That is so sad.
And he still whispers, telling Nemo all about his day every day.
That is so sad, Liz. Thank you.
I just remembered that he did that when you mentioned the orphanage, and I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
Tell you what, you should convince Raoden to build a little menagerie when he's rebuilding his gardens, and you could just keep him in there and tell him that they prefer the outdoors, because that's probably, tell Shy it's for the animals' sake. They prefer the outdoors.
It occurs to me, I can talk to them.
I mean,
forget
I can
do
talk
that.
to them as well, but do they listen to you? Is that what we're saying here?
Excuse you, I can speak bird.
Oh, I
Super
see.
cool.
That's super cool. I could
I
speak
feel like-
asshat, so
I feel like Carholly grew up with her mom just whispering to random animals periodically. And it was always very unnerving for Carholly until she learned how to do it later.
Yeah, probably. I can't speak.
Less unnerving and more annoying. Like, I bet he's talking crap about me behind my back to these
Those
animals.
birds talking crap about me.
Yeah. I bet those birds spilled the beans. Oh, sometimes she'd be like, a little birdie told me, and you wouldn't know if she was talking about another tribes member who spilled the beans or like tattled on you, or if
I
it
assumed it was the actual birds.
yeah,
I am,
no titles.
I am going to cast Speak with Animals and just ask the birds if they would stay in this garden. If they stay in the garden, I will. If they come back to the garden, I will feed them every day. Good seeds and berries.
Hey.
Now my friend Shy has wanted you to come stay with me. So if I take you out into the garden, I will give you seeds and berries every day.
Shy. Nice.
Will you guys stick around?
Nice. Yes. They seem very young. And probably they don't seem to understand that well. But they are very, very ready to do whatever you want, in theory. But I would say you're not for sure whether they'll know what they're doing as it happens.
I don't want to make Shy sad.
Shy.
Oh, I regret casting this spell. That's very annoying.
Hey.
I dispel it. Dispel it.
All up against the little cage looking at you, tweeting.
I don't know what to do with them.
you could die again.
That is an option. That's an option.
Definitely an option.
Well, I think if I die, Jess would kill me, and that might be problematic for our relationship.
Yeah, a little. I could see that being difficult. If you really want, I'll just break in and steal them in the middle of the night, and you won't have to say anything about it, and I'll pretend he'll never ask me, probably, and you'll just say someone stole them.
I could. Okay, you're going to have to tell me if I'm a terrible person. Will you be honest?
Absolutely.
What if I asked Shannon to care for the birds while we are away?
You totally should, and make it seem like it's because you like her and you trust her and you want to build a relationship with her, and you're really just entrusting her with these birds, but you secretly poison their food so they die one by one on her, and then she feels terrible for killing the birds.
Whoa. Back it up about 5 steps there.
Oh. You're not a terrible person for what you're suggesting, I don't think.
Yeah.
Not compared to me.
Well, I'm not just going to kill the birds.
No, listen, just let her take care of them. It's her problem, and maybe she'll accidentally forget to feed them. She seemed to the type who is...
Here, come. Let's go. Come on. We're gonna go take the birds to Shannon.
Oh boy. Right now.
We're
We're not going anywhere yet.
Tie this up with a loose, tie this little loose end up with a nice pretty bow.
Okay. You go find Shannon. She's downstairs, currently chopping something up, and she's motioning at the pie that's sitting out on the counter, and she goes, "Good job not cutting into it right away. That's very smart of you, Jenyan. You have to let it cook just a little bit more, while it's sitting. That way it, cooks through fully and everything. Hi. What are you guys doing here? Do you need food? Nothing's ready.
No.
Just prepping.
You know, Shannon, I think we may have gotten off a bit on the wrong foot, and
You look very lovely today. You woke up very well.
insight check.
That's the food. And she goes to grab something.
Checking this Becky.
Go for it. Go
Me
for
too.
it.
Why not?
She actually rolled really high. Whether that matters, we'll see.
23.
It does not matter that much. It's pretty hard to tell. Most people, like no one else would actually sense the underlying subtext here, but she's definitely like, yeah, the underlying subtext being, oh yeah, you look great today. Normally you look kind of rough and like you don't sleep very well and don't take care of yourself.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But most people would never tell that. Like, if anyone else who's walking around here and you see a couple servants eating their food in the corner, just trying to like get their food in while they are on break and everything, like Fawnal and we'll say Naren is down there sitting as well, just eating her food, and neither of them would have caught it. They just think she's friendly. Everyone else thinks she's just
I know she's the worst.
But you're the only one who does. You and Kanari boiling.
Thank you. So, anyways, I was wondering if possibly while we were gone, Shy had gifted me these birds, and
that's very friendly.
how much I travel with the ethereal, I am finding myself in need of a caretaker for the birds while I'm gone, and I don't know, they just kind of reminded me of you.
Oh, do they? Because they're just so cute and adorable, huh? I understand. I get that a lot.
I'm filing with Karhala and I'm like, because they're annoying and never shut up.
Exactly what I meant. I'm glad you caught that.
I could definitely take care of them for you. But the thing is that, my time is money. And I would need just something to, to fill in the gaps where I would need to take time out of my own day to take care of them for you, of course. And I wouldn't be able to take care of them all
So much.
in a year. There would be some days where I wouldn't be able to, of course. I vacation periodically and have different times where I just really can't.
No, I think it might just be a bit too much of a burden on you. Funnel,
Is
how
quite
would you think about taking care of these birds for me, Funnel?
You know,
it kind of like spits his food a little bit, not expecting to have been like talked to at all.
He probably was not aware that Karale knows his name.
Yeah, definitely floored. And he goes, and you hear the jumble of the table and the bowl that he was eating from, and the chair scraping out from behind him as he stands suddenly. He goes, Great Bear's Bane. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention very. What were we speaking of? What are you offering? What? Do anything you need.
These birds were a gift to me from my wonderful friend Shy, after my death and all. And I'm just going to be traveling soon with the ethereal and with trying to find my tribe. And I was looking for a respectable caretaker for these beautiful creatures for while I'm away. I'm looking to train them to hunt.
I don't know anything about that, but I've also never taken care of birds before, so I wouldn't know what to do.
it's a shame because Jaskier really loves these birds and he'd hate to see anything happen to them. Too bad there's not someone here who could really look after them, I suppose. He'd really appreciate it.
He really just one of the main reasons why he loves me so much is just because of what a caretaker I am.
Birds for you, and she's talking over you, like like talking through as you're speaking. I could actually take some time out of my very busy life and, care for these birds. Of course, Jaskier would have to give me the explanation of how to take care of them, and I would want him to be checking in on them every once in a while, of course. But yeah, I can completely do that. I am here for you, Karhale. Grips it, the top of it and the bottom of it, and starts to pull it over into her arms.
Kanari's like, I'll sneak into her room and let them go. Does that make you feel better?
You are a terrible person. And
she lets go of the cage, but it did not budge from her hand until
there's a bit of a tug of war, just smiling.
There's no tug of war. Her arm doesn't
kind of as you guys are kind of tugging at it. Okay, wonderful. Then I'll take care of them. Don't worry, they will be in the best of hands. And Funnel is kind of. Do they have names?
Yes, I can write them all down for you.
And they are the absolute longest Goliath names you have ever seen. Obnoxiously long names.
Okay. Beautiful. I'll call one, and she takes the first syllable, and first syllable, and first syllable. Ko, com, and ku.
You can't call him that. That's an incredibly obscene word in my culture. It's incredibly offensive, actually.
Oh, I'm sorry that you have such offensive words in your language. Well, honestly, though, I should really get back to the chopping. I need to help prepare dinner for the father. I'll put these in the back room, and Funnel, if you could just keep an eye on them for the moment, that would be wonderful. I'll ask Jaskier later about the care tips and whatnot. Thanks.
You do that.
Lovely. Okay, so go ahead, Kanari.
Well, I was gonna say, so whenever Karhale and Kanari end up parting, because I don't really. Anyway, at some point when we part, Kanari's gonna kind of start walking away, after, and then she's gonna stop, and the mind link is still there, and so she's just gonna say, "I've never really had a sister or any family exactly, but." Let's just say you're never gonna die again as long as I'm around. Because that's what sisters do, right? And just keep walking. She doesn't say it out loud. She doesn't she just keeps walking.
You hear Kanari just hears in her own mind, the excited whine in the back of your mind, and then she realizes what she's doing and comes.
Oh yeah, Ty, obviously you're family, but you know what I meant anyway.
Of course I know what you meant, Kanari. I'm so proud. And she just kind of continues fluttering around, her little voice in the back of your mind. Okay, so then for the other boys here. So Nemo, you are accosted you are requested by Raoden near the beginning of the week, where he's wanting your thoughts on some a magical problem that he has that he would like your opinion on. If you would like to, would you end up going to him eventually, or would he end up finding you later?
I'd probably go to him.
Okay, wonderful. Because if he would have to end up finding you, he probably wouldn't have. He's probably in deep right now. But you come to him near the beginning of the week, which actually he's in his little workshop, his little tinkering workshop, and he's working on what looks to be like a silvery band with runes etched across it, the shape of like a bracer almost. And he's presently using some equipment to carve the runes carefully, and he's got something bit between his teeth, and he seems very focused. But once he hears someone walking in, he like throws up a hand and he goes, "Stop! Do not move! Do not shift! I need to get this perfectly." And 2 minutes pass. All right, okay. And what? Oh, Nemo. Why are you here?
You requested me.
Yeah, I don't recall. And he steps inside. There's a big pack of papers. And he flips through them for a second. He goes, yes, I did actually need you. Yes.
What was it, sorry?
Yes.
You're breaking up. What?
Did I not request your presence yesterday?
Did he request my presence yesterday?
No, in theory, I'm thinking that Nemo didn't go immediately when Maris had told you that he wanted you, and had probably. That's fine.
Wow, you're really bad right now. I can, like...
To me, it sounds like you're messing with your microphone, Nathan, and it's causing a lot of like feedback. Liz is fine.
That's what it sounded like to me too.
That's what it sounds like to me too.
Okay, maybe, yeah.
Well, what was I saying? Nonetheless, he waves you in.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, all right. So this is my issue. And he throws out his little, a little map. And you see a sketch of the entire estate, as well as the surrounding grounds. And within the grounds, you see little designs written in. It looks like he's drawn out the festival setup, basically for the event coming up. Yeah. And you guys have all heard that they're planning on putting everyone outside. That it's going to be this like camp out party festival thing. That's what they're setting up. So you see a lot of poles being set up outside, a lot of tarps and tents being thrown up outside. Some of the things that Z's been requesting from the town are different types of tent covers and tent designs and tent poles, all of the above to set up an entire festival outside for this household. But Nemo, he shows you kind of this design. And he has some runes that are drawn within the map covering the entire household. And he goes, now, the thing is, I quite trust those brothers and sisters within the Elefkar household. I can't quite trust that they're not going to just outright attack me. Whether or not it was the Vamar family, I cannot know for certain. Perhaps it was someone else pretending to be them with their colors. But I could, in theory, squelch the magic within the entire festival for the party itself. However, the problem is that I intend to be using a lot of magic, and that's fine on my end. But on all of your ends, magic will be not an option, and I doubt you would appreciate that. So with that in mind, everybody, one moment, actually. My landlord is calling me. 1 second.
You guys are getting evicted. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Nathan, what did you do? Were you up raging last night, partying?
Do 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 do.
No idea.
I want to get to the party. Party.
Party's a little
Party.
a little something, that's for sure.
A little something?
Yeah.
Something came from right.
Once we kind of work our way back around, I got something I gotta tell the party.
Oh boy.
I mean, it's fine, yeah. I don't know.
I
what
just remembered something that I had thought of for the party that I thought of like a month and a half ago that I just remembered now, and I'm so happy.
Ooh.
Is Karhale short on hit points? I feel like I'm short on hit points.
I mean, you've gone through a couple days now, so I would say you probably have your full HP back.
No, I mean my max.
You got healed of your max to your max HP when you guys touched the flame or entered the room with the flame. I don't-
Not mine. That was just shy.
No, we looked it up, remember? We texted
was
about
it?
this. You said the same thing. You're like, no, it was just Shy's. And I said, I'm pretty sure it was yours because Kanari didn't enter the room because of her sword, and mine was the only one who didn't get healed up. Yours
I just
did.
feel like 132 is not enough.
I don't know. I don't know what your max was.
But yeah, he was just calling because a letter came to the house, so he was going to bring it to us.
Oh, I see.
He's going to come down. I'm not sure, so we might pause again.
I thought you said it was a package.
A package, I guess. He said it was like a packet or something. I don't know. I'm not sure what it is.
Okay.
But with that in mind, okay, so Mr. Nemo, you're looking at this map and this setup that okay, so he's specifically asking you actually, what is your preference? What is your thought on him basically? Okay, so with this in mind, he's telling you that he knows you wouldn't want the magic to be cut out because that'll be problematic for everyone. Because you guys use magic on the daily, right? And throughout this party. So he goes, so with that in mind, I would like your thoughts on this. And he's gonna ask you to use your new knowledge on magic to help him try to figure out how to fix his ward. He has a problem within his ward, the non-magical ones, and he wants it to be self-sustaining by absorbing the magic and then using that magic to continue powering its wards themselves. Otherwise, he would have to take a lot more time to enact the enchantment for a long period of time.
And this would be active, so he's...
Well, he already knows that you guys wouldn't like that necessarily. So he's planning on keeping that within the household, but not within the festival itself. So the coverage would be within the bounds of the walls, which the festival is taking place outside of those walls. But there would be, in essence, this haven of non-magic.
Yeah.
And he wants it to be sustainable on its own. And if you can succeed in doing that, he can be a part of the party and be involved in what's going on there. Otherwise, he'll have to be separate. He'll have to split his attention, and he's going to be run even more ragged throughout the week without it being successful.
Okay, yeah. I can look at it.
Okay. So go ahead and give me your Arcana check. This will take a majority of the first 2 days of just working with him and you learning how it works, you learning the concept behind this magic, the theory behind it, the runes that are being used, and trying to remember your knowledge that you've learned over the years about this magic, all that.
Okay, so just an Arcana check?
Go ahead and give me 2 consecutive ones because you'll be helping him, and he won't be giving you advantage on this necessarily because you're the one helping him.
So 7 and 1.
A 7 and a 1. Okay. So over the period of these 2 days, it doesn't seem like you guys make any headway together. He's kind of stuck where he's been at, and you can tell he's not quite working on full capacity either way. He's also a little bit distracted, and he goes, all right, that's fine. Thank you for your help. I'll continue doing as I am. Unfortunate. All right. But thank you.
Want me to keep working on it while you tend to other matters?
Please, that would be helpful. I will have to go see about the festivities as well as the spies. And with that, he like disappears into the hallway. So you'll continue working on this throughout the week?
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Okay, perfect. As you do so, go ahead and give me 2 more rolls for the next few days up until the party, and that'll be kind of a majority of what you're up to throughout the rest of the week. And then Zimit, for you, sir, please, for the tasks that she gives you. So some of the first ones are part of the decoration aspect, the setting up of the tents and helping guide, not guide the people, but helping just set up the party outside. So go ahead and give me a dexterity, give me a dexterity check, just a dexterity check, and then give me an athletics check.
Ew. 19 for dexterity.
Whoa.
And a 2 for athletics.
2. Lovely. Okay, so with that, you're able to help set up the decorations, and you can make some beautiful things. The way you take what Canari's described to Naren and the rest of the planning committee, you are able to help bring into being these decorations that give this very ethereal, otherworldly vibe to it. There's these gemstones that light up that have been collected by Alara throughout your guys' collection of different things to help make descriptions of reality. You use these little gemstones that have lights that come out of them, almost like an aurora sense, and you split those up around in a very beautiful setting. It looks wonderful. You place them well, you attach them well to their spots, so the decorations will not be falling apart anytime soon. Different torches, candlelight, as well as the lanterns. And when you start helping set up some of the tents and whatnot, it kind of falls through. You're not really the buff type so much. You're more of a talker, more of a lover than a fighter in this context.
I'm more of a delegator rather than the doer.
Yeah. And at some point, some large scaffolding being set up for one of the larger tents with what looks to be an elevated wooden platform here. You end up being the one who loses your hand on some of the boards and whatnot, and it all falls apart like domino effect. Everything collapses, and they're all like, Limit! And you're like, whoa, I should not have been given this weight to bear. Like, that's not me. But you still help them continue setting up, and they end up taking most of the athletic jobs from you from then on. However, the next few days you are given more of the charismatic ones for the rest of the week.
I do before the actual like party. I want to kind of, the one thing that's been kind of going in my head is what I found out from
What?
Maris?
Yeah, Maris? No.
Oh yeah, from Maris?
Maris. About what she told me about the party. Can I like try to get an understanding of what the thought process, like what do I think his objective is for doing this? Does that make sense?
Sorry, who?
So the thing that you sent me in
the objective behind that. Got it.
Yes, because like my whole thinking is I haven't told the party yet because I've been trying to figure it out.
So for what I sent you, and from that context, go ahead and roll me an insight check. And this is just from information you're collecting from around the castle, from different servants and whatnot. You can either do an insight or perception, up to you.
I'm good at neither.
Sorry, investigation, or insight.
Oh, I will do investigation then.
Okay, yeah. So you approach it less with like by the feels and trying to figure out, okay, you're kind of getting a handle on the people and stuff. Instead of more of that, you actually inquire, you're asking questions, getting to the bottom of it, looking through different notes that are being put down by some of the planning committee, as well as maybe some of Raoden's own scribbled notes, and trying to get through those, whatnot. So go ahead and give me that investigation check.
I'm feeling a little lucky today. No, I'm not, because I just threw it off the desk.
Oh no!
Where'd it go? There it is.
What?
The chicken. Don't leave it out.
Oh, I'm so confused. Oh shoot. I can't do math in my brain.
It's okay.
15.
A 15. Yes. So you are able to ascertain from your perspective, it seems like he's doing this as kind of hold on, let me ensure what I'm saying to you by looking at your secrets.
Well, you texted it to me. It's not in the secrets.
Okay. Oh, that's dumb of me. Let me see. Oh, okay. So the reasoning behind it is, from what you can tell, it's relatively innocent. You may have been a little bit concerned at the beginning, but as you're approaching it more, it's a little bit more in the innocent side of things to annoy people. That's more the intention behind it. And when you actually find some of his notes on what the outcomes would be, what the actual magic involved would entail, it's not necessarily dangerous so much as frustrating and perhaps embarrassing. More along those lines.
Okay.
Very, very Fae-like in a sense.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess like before the actual day of the party, I'll just let them know as a group the information I found.
What day do you do this?
Let's say not the night, so 2 nights before.
2 nights before. Okay. Cool. So you can go ahead and let's see. Hold on. Roll me a d6.
1.
A 1. Got it. So with that in mind, 2 days before, not 2 days before, 3 days before, around the time that you get your little bracer and go down into town to do some of these charismatic things, you actually are away for this period of time where Raoden actually goes about everyone and starts having them put on. So he shows. Okay, so he'll approach probably Kanari first and Karhale. They're probably together around this time anyway. So he'll approach you guys with a little platter of what look to be tiny little pins, like silver pins with the Quell symbol on it. The Quell K, basically, their family logo, family crest, I suppose. But comes up to you guys and he goes, "All right, so try these on. I need to test this."
Oh, hey, K for Canary and for Carhale. It's very thoughtful of you.
Exactly. That's for you especially.
You want me to
Oh,
wear a pin, a brooch?
What is it?
What
Yeah,
am
it's
I,
like
fancy?
yes. Canary dear, it's all right. You're just gonna poke it through your clothing like this, and he will reach forward and start to like click it on.
No, but I get that it's a pin, but like, what does it do?
And as he
I
pins
don't
it on,
believe that it does nothing.
do you stop him or?
She lets him.
Okay, yeah. He puts the pin on and he goes, well, that's the thing. I need to make sure it works. Canary dear, would you please? Oh, this wouldn't really work for Canary as much. You don't have a visual that you see of yourself.
I can do it. I trust, but trust but verify.
Miss Canary, roll me a charisma saving throw. But Carhale, he turns to you and he goes, just put it on. I need someone who's seeing that would actually be a better judge of. I would like to see how it works on you, Canary dear, but I would like
awfully the ableist of you.
I
But I pin it on.
He's just saying that I'm better than everybody else because I don't see, so I don't get it.
It would probably have less of an effect on you, Canary dear. So you're probably more protected in this. Not to say this is dangerous, of course. I would never.
What am I doing? Cut to the chase. Cut to the chase, man.
Oh, all right, all
What am I
right.
doing?
Carhale, when do you click it on?
Yeah.
Okay. So he observes you for a second. Carhale, roll me a charisma saving throw. And Canary, what did you get?
I rolled a 19, so that was actually like just natural
Yeah.
19.
So Canary, nothing seems to affect you. You don't seem different at all. Carhale, what'd you roll?
Oof.
Canary, it feels like nothing's happening. Nothing's happening at all. Yeah, Carhale?
5.
By the way, he approaches you and pulls you guys out of the magical ward area. So this is within
Just
the
5.
general area.
That's it.
Just a 5. Oh, okay, perfect. So, Carhale, describe to me, what is the most embarrassing form of you that you recall? Like, when there's embarrassing photos of you from like preteen days, like your least favorite version of yourself in your life.
Oh man, it's kind of sad. The first thing that popped into my mind
It still looks like you, but you'll appear to be in your most unsettled version of yourself, like the time you're most
Self-conscious?
self-conscious. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'm kind of between two.
And he tries this on another little another of the servants, and he goes, "Just put this on. Try this for a second. Takes a moment. Breathe."
I think she
Little funnel.
like shrinks down. She
And
shrinks
Funnel
down
does
at
not change
least.
whatsoever. He doesn't look
Oh,
at anything.
no, buddy.
Carhale, you seem to like shape differently in a sense, and in this moment, Funnel, Canary, she doesn't sound different to you at all. She doesn't seem different. However, Canary, you hear her voice is a little scratchier, a little bit less confident all of a sudden, Carhale.
Yeah, she shrinks down like a foot, and she's wearing different clothes, like what she would wear back in her tribe, and she's covered in bloody gashes, like clothes torn up, and the scars that were across her neck and torso look fresh.
Mm-hmm. That's so interesting. Yeah.
I would
Canary.
think, like that would be the most embarrassed she has ever been.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. What's it called? And Funnel kind of like squeaks and goes, Miss Bearsbane, what happened? Are you all right? And Raoden goes, that is not quite what I was expecting. Perhaps this isn't gonna work. And he pulls it off of you. You see yourself in a mirror, though. You see yourself in one of the reflective mirrors in the distance. He did choose a room for this purpose.
Ooh, yeah. What was the point of that? Why?
He pulls it back. Oh, you're back to normal. It's fine. I'm just trying to decide on a perfect curse, you know? As we need. And he rushes off from the room.
What just happened?
I don't know.
He disappears for the time being, and when you're out and about looking for different party equipment and such for Alara's sake, finishing your little task list, go ahead and roll me a persuasion check for one, and then go ahead and roll me a deception check for another. She does ask you to try to like dodge the actual reasons as to why this party's going on and the purpose behind it, because a lot of people are starting to ask you for the gossip since you're coming down. And so just kind of you dodging some of the gossip, talking it up, not quite giving any reason for them to fear, because they don't want anyone to know that Raoden's under attack, because they're kind of directly under him, and any fallout from him always hits them very hard.
21 for persuasion and a 23 for deception.
Ooh, okay, hot stuff. So you're able to wrangle a lot of discounts, a lot of bulk discounts from the townspeople. You're able to get everything that you need for the party, as well at a lower price for the household. But also you're able to kind of better your standing, and by relation, the Shadow's End standing, since you're close to their image to an extent. They don't think you're part of them yet. But
He's just ripping off old ladies at the garage sales.
what'd you say, Nemo?
He's just ripping off old ladies at garage sales.
Yeah. Okay, so Shy. So Z, you're successful, and when you return, we'll come to you giving the rundown to them soon. Nemo, you're going to be so Nemo's working on the rest of the thing. What were your Arcana checks for the other two? For the rest of the week?
4 and 15.
A 4 and a 15. Okay, I would say at the end of the week, you're starting to come onto some sort of brain spark, some sort of eureka, and you know you're getting close, but you need more time. And by the time the parties come, it's too late. So you run out of time to figure out the key to the puzzle that is these runes and why they're not working. So you're very close, in which case you can work with him to finalize it, and that'll be helpful for Zimmet later. But we come closer to the party here, and Zimmet has something to explain to the rest of you.
Sorry, how many days is it away?
It's a 10-day week, so it's been 8 days, give or take. Or, well, 9 days, give or take, from our first acted out day.
And so it's 1 day away?
I would say you are the night before you're coming to this realization, like you're right there, you're on the cusp, but the party's tomorrow, so you don't have time.
No, I was just asking, sorry, like when the party is, so it's a week away.
Yeah. So by the time you're finished with this research and trying to problem solving and everything, it would be by the end of the week. But you will have discovered this before then, because Zimmet tells the group a little bit ahead of time when everyone collects for dinner at one point or another. The cook is serving you guys some of the preparatory food, some of his tester food, and you guys are eating what seems to be rabbit food. It's a lot of lettuce. There's no meat. There's a lot of just chompy vegetables going on, decoratively designed. And he goes, "This is not what I do." And he goes, and he turns around, and that's all he says. He just kind of like drops it on the table, and he leaves a glare on Shy as he goes back into the kitchen.
You don't cook?
He doesn't answer. You hear a grunt, though. Angry one.
I'll get up, because I don't like eating lettuce, and I'll go back and I'll cook.
It's a whole beautiful setup. It's definitely a vegan setup in that way.
I'll go back and I want to I'll do a meat charcuterie board.
Oh, he does not let you into his kitchen.
Darn it.
There's definitely a big burly man who doesn't allow just anyone to cook. So go ahead and give me a persuasion check as you barrel into his kitchen, and he, like a large
19.
buff man, stops you. Let's see. That actually may not make it.
Come on.
You just barely do. Just
Yes.
barely do. And he goes, one mistake. Turns around and continues chopping up different veggies, and he's working on something called a fairy stew right now, and it's all these purplish vegetables, purplish leek and cabbage and everything put together, and it looks beautiful while smelling a little bit bland from what you can tell. But he goes, shy sprout, under his breath. But Zimmet, you are allowed to touch his meats that he has in his back room. They're hanging, and you're able to go after them. But go ahead and give me a what's cooking? Give me a survival. Performance is charisma. I don't think your like personality will help you with your cooking ability.
Also, just so I'm pretty sure I've said this before, but Shy is not a vegetarian. Like, he eats meat.
No, I know,
No.
but Shy suggested.
Oh no, I know for the fairies, but I'm just clarifying with everyone.
I'm feeling
And
lucky.
Faye wouldn't, the little sprites and all of them, like, that wouldn't be included in this context. It would be, yeah. So he's making fairy food.
Fairy food.
And you hear a lot of banging going around in the kitchen and stuff. He's expressing his emotions in a very loud way. Shannon passes by. She goes, "Bad lately." 14.
Yeah.
You're able to make half of the board before you get kicked out because you end up getting a little nick in one of his favorite knives. And you are hereby banned from his kitchen. But
Can
you
I
come
try-
out with a small half of a charcuterie board of meats.
I'll bring it over to
Something
the
that
table.
could feed probably 2 people, not the whole table.
I'll bring it over to the table.
You guys have a little bit of finger food meats to go with your vegetable spread here. Beautiful. It's a beautiful spread. He's doing some cool stuff with it. It's lovely, if not filling. But with the meats, that helps a little bit.
I don't know about you, but I can't stand just rabbit food.
I would tend to agree, but I think he did a great job.
You hear a ping of a pan slammed against the stovetop inside the kitchen.
I can only do so much.
Yeah, this is pretty great.
Shy said it was great.
I mean, the fact that we didn't have to go out and literally kill the food before we ate, I mean, you guys really shouldn't complain that much. If you really want meat, just go take care of it yourself.
I mean, that's what I just did.
Yeah, and I appreciate it, but
Some of that meat is the venison from earlier, from their buck that they cooked. Actually, some of this is Canari's.
Not too
Yeah.
bad.
this is my meat. I'm taking this. She just grabs it, looks at you, and just eats it.
Why are you staring at me while you're eating me?
Well, she's like seeing if you're going to try to take it from her or not. But she just grabs it all and just
Why?
starts eating it.
Well, that wasn't the nicest thing to do, but okay, sure.
Poor guy. You have a little bit of meat left. Canary was able to sniff out which ones were actually the buck and which ones were just some of the pork that he had in there, and whatever you pulled onto the board. So you have some left, but not quite that much anymore.
You could challenge her on it, but yeah.
You guys do.
No, this isn't that kind. That isn't that kind of Zimmet.
Alder comes in. So this is about 2 days before the celebration. He steps inside and he goes, I hope you all will be ready for the day of. I expect at least some level of expertise. Some level. And he walks out.
Wait, what?
Oh, you didn't hear Carly?
What are we doing?
No, I heard him, but I'm confused.
What expertise? My expertise is
Well,
killing people.
All
Want
day,
that?
you guys are getting weird looks from some of the staff. Like,
I mean,
not terrible looks or anything, but some of them have been kind of like appraising eyebrow raises, and some of them.
Wait,
They,
what?
we are the
I'm
hosts,
confused.
if you didn't hear.
Wait, what?
For what?
We're the hosts of the evening.
Oh,
We're the what?
Wait, what?
Yeah,
That's what I assume.
so yeah, there's this thing that I found out that I've been trying to really research and figure out what the heck is going on. But supposedly, and I'm going to try to say this as quietly as possible, so only the group hears and no one else, that the prince is, Raoden guy, is planning a musical production for the entire Shadow's End and those invited to the party. But here's the catch. Every individual is going to have a part in this play that they're putting on, and everyone will be obligated by social contract and get a magical curse upon those who enter this party. And so
Wait. They're cursed if they don't participate in the musical?
No,
Or
they're cursed by
upon-
entering the party.
They're
Okay.
cursed to perform in the musical because they entered the party. I'm confused. What are they?
I think you're combining the curse and the musical thing, and I'm confused. So we are performing something, and on a separate side note, everyone that enters the party is cursed.
Do you think you could? I'm a
Yeah.
little
I
confused
can
on that.
clarify. So Z has discovered this. So he's kind of relaying it through the words of Maris and everything. So it's a little jumbled, but you guys get the idea that what's going on is Raoden is planning on laying a bit of a. So he wants everyone to participate. So the theme of the festival is this theatrical production. And the theme of the festival is to force, and so part of the festival is going to be pushing all of the invitees into roles within this production. What roles those are up to Raoden, but he plans on basically imposing parts in his musical, all to celebrate his birthday. So you guys are going to be putting on a play for him, is the thought. And so any of the attendees who do not wish to be part of the production will have a curse laid upon them as part of the opt-in, opt-out situation. So it's like a quirky, a cutesy little poking fun thing. So if they want, they don't have to do it, but they would have to live under his uncomfortable curse of being in the most embarrassing state of your own life in that form for the whole party, or you can be a part of the production as he wishes and celebrate his birthday as would be expected for anyone attending a name day celebration.
I don't sing. I'm not singing.
I'm kind of with you there. I don't really sing. I perform better with using swords and magic and stuff. I'm not really the best with vocal cords,
I was taught when I was younger by the Blue Jays how to sing, so I think I could do a pretty good job.
Okay, Disney
I would.
this over here.
I mean,
But
Shy
yes,
and
that
Carl,
is what Zimmet discovered from Maris. And Maris was taking from all the historical scripts and screenplays in the past and has been creating this production for partially for Raoden, and Raiden's going to be the one finishing it.
I mean, if you guys want, I could have them teach you.
I think I'll be okay. Thanks.
No, they're really good teachers. It didn't take that long at all for me.
I've had enough talking to birds lately.
I really
That's right, yeah. Maybe your birds could teach you.
I think they're a bit too young to teach.
I really shouldn't be in this play, because, well, my father will be here, and that's number one going to be already really weird as it is. But let's just say probably my most embarrassing moment, he would recognize me immediately.
You saying he wouldn't recognize you now?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
He hasn't seen me in a couple years.
Your lead part in the play, wouldn't he know like right away?
Not necessarily.
I mean, why don't you just ask Raoden if you could wear a mask or something?
But it's supposed to. We're supposed to look like. Why? What would be the point of then?
There was no requirement as to what you guys have to look like. Raoden had mentioned to you guys ahead of time too that you guys didn't have to look like yourselves for this party.
I'm sorry. So, what are you referring to? Pointing at the guy who was talking to us, like, because he said something about he needs our expert. He hopes we have expertise or something. What are you talking about?
Oh, he's gone. Did you want to go after him?
Oh.
He'd
What did
walk
he
away.
say?
Although you do motion over in that direction, and you see Shannon leaning against the threshold of the doorway into this kind of like outer part of the kitchen where there's a table for people to sit at. She goes, "That seems like not the greatest of ideas, but I suppose that's the entire festival's concept, right?"
Then Shannon, if we want not great ideas, you should be front and center. You should have the star role.
And she walks away.
I really don't like that Shannon girl. She's weird.
Well, she's
knows
really
the
nice to me.
I think it's the first thing you and I agree on.
That's cute.
I mean, I probably should have said that. I suppose.
I thought it was-
No, you should definitely say
Wait,
that
is
more and more.
Jenyan here?
I would say Jenyan's presently in the kitchen, probably working with the cook, and has been helping him prepare the all the foods for the festival.
Shannon's probably bad mouthing me to Jenyan now. Not that I care. He knows I say everything out of pocket, but
That is an interesting concern. I wonder.
It's all right.
She'll live.
I'm more
Probably.
concerned about. Well, yeah, no, she'll be.
I think Jenyan would probably leave first before listening to her.
I mean, they're
Fair
kind of friends, so who knows? I mean,
The fact that you said kinda really means that they're not. It's more like
Well,
an
I mean-
acquaintance.
no.
Jenyan becoming friends with people is a very, very long process. He barely likes me.
And besides,
And I'm
Nemo
pretty
badmouths
high on that on his
I know.
list of people.
What did you say, Nathan?
I was saying, besides, Nemo badmouths you all the time, but that's not that big of a deal.
That was me. Or Karhale.
Wait, what?
That was Karhale?
Oh, no, to you, Karen.
Me? Oh. I believe it. Nemo's just a prick, though.
We
Okay, so
get along so well.
Zimit, you're telling me now that Raiden's trying to put on a musical.
Yeah. You're just as confused as I am, because when I found out this information, I thought there was some big secretive plan thing that, I don't know, maybe kill someone in the party. I didn't know. I
I'd
know
much
blue.
rather
I was
that.
so confused, so I thought about it. I did dig some What?
Guys, I
Brain?
mean,
If Raoden wanted to kill one of us, he would have a very long time ago.
Well, no, not us specifically, but maybe someone in the party itself.
Oh, you mean like in the extent of the festivities,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
this group here.
Well, because I got told that, and I'm like, that's weird. So yeah, I wanted to let you guys know because I did all the investigating I could to figure out, and I came to no conclusion.
Well, that
Don't
was still
most
very,
school kids
very
do
thoughtful of you.
theater?
What?
Don't most school kids do theater class?
Are
You
we-
didn't
are-
have that class in your monastery?
Theater class.
I was raised in a criminal underworld that was meant to destroy every living other gang in
actually,
the world.
Zenit, your mom liked the theater. You guys went to the
Yeah.
theater periodically.
Now that
I
I
think-
recall,
I think the closest thing we had to theater was the times they would teach us how to not succumb to torture if we need to give information. So we would have a blank face. They couldn't get
That's
any information
true.
out of us. So
That's
I have
true.
a decent poker face.
We would have a lot of like role play activities.
See, everybody. You took mine. See, everybody's really good. And Karhale, I've heard Shannon say you probably like role play, so you'll probably be good at it. Everybody's so good at this already. We don't even need to practice.
No, what?
Speaking of
Are you-
practice, I think we probably should have a rehearsal tomorrow night. So I'll go ahead and get one room booked for that.
I'm not performing. I don't understand what's not clicking about this. I am not performing.
I mean, why not?
Well,
I think it would be fun.
Yeah, we're hosting the night. We have to.
I'm not hosting anything. I don't.
Oh, come on, Kanari. It'll be fun.
I don't.
It
I
would
think
make Raoden happy. He's been so stressed lately. It would make him happy.
Does he want me to break someone's nose? Because that's probably what's going to happen.
Probably.
If someone pisses me.
He probably. I don't
Jenny
think I'm
steps
trying
into
No.
the room. He goes, what is this that is happening? What
Apparently-
I think
Oh.
Jinyan's going to be amazing.
Wait, what did you
Okay.
say, Liz? That last-
Jinyan is curious as to what's going on. He's just asking, like, what is this?
Raiden wants us to put on a musical for him.
Oh, Jen Yin, you probably have bass, aren't you? You probably have a really low voice.
He goes, my voice is low, yes.
I have a mole friend of mine that could really teach you how to resonate in the throat.
I can sing already.
See, everybody is already so good at this.
No, I don't think you understand. Are you going to be?
Kanari sings.
I do not sing Jinyin. That
I'm pretty sure you do. Everyone does.
Kanari,
You
you
sound
just
to
need a little. Kanari, you don't have to be embarrassed, okay? Everybody
Kanari
is-
just gives, because I guess you can't. It's hard. Like you can't give someone a look, but you can make her face, and she's just like to Jinyin, like, what do you? No, we don't. That's private. It just moves like.
I rescind my comment. She is not.
No, you
I
can't
don't
rescind it.
think-
It's already out there and in my brain. So, what I'm hearing is everyone's a happy participant of this.
so
Because A, it will be fun, B, it will make Raoden happy, and C, it will be some great bonding for us. Right,
Question.
Kanari? It'll be
Dude.
fun.
Oops.
Come on. Please.
I'm sorry. I'm.
I just died. I just died and you can't do this for me. It will make me happy.
she's doing the puppy dog, guys. Come on.
That has no effect on me, but
It's the fact that you know.
I will perform. I'm still not singing. This is my singing voice.
This is my voice.
I'm in a
I-
musical. This is my voice. Is that what you want?
I will take what I can get.
Can
If
you,
you-
DM? Could you explain the curse
Uh-huh.
again? That it would be on all who play. My whole thought was you would play like you become, or you would end up showing like your most embarrassing moment.
Zimmet, you can just be a tree so that no one will recognize you.
I'm just confused because if I can be something completely different, then what's the point of the curse? I'm confused.
The curse isn't purposeful in that way. It's purely just to embarrass people within the
The
party.
curse is only for people who refuse to participate.
Mhm.
What?
So, namely,
But that
so
doesn't
the
make
curse
sense.
is just a way for Raiden to push people into doing his play production.
If you don't
So he's
participate,
having all
have
of
the curse.
the he's
Oh,
having
I thought
all
you
of
were
these
saying.
IPs play.
Oh,
Not
I
an
thought you were-
and, it's an or.
I thought you were
Either
saying
you
that they would play
participate or
in
you
it
get
and
cursed.
get this curse, like to play, like they would have. That's what I was confused about.
Opposite.
Okay,
Either or.
never mind.
But in that, he knows for some of you your faces would be problematic, so he probably would do something about that.
Which one of us is our face is going to be problematic? That's what I want to know.
Depends on who comes.
Mine's not.
If my dad ends up coming as soon as he sees me, yeah, this place might be torn to shreds, or at least try to be torn to shreds.
I think Raiden would like that.
I'd say the only one where someone should not look like themselves is probably Z. That's the only one, I think.
Probably.
All this to say, though, you guys will be able to mull over this for the next couple days. I would say he tells you the night of the second to last day. So you guys have one more day to decide officially. Do you guys go accost Raiden and about this at all ahead of time, or what would you guys like to do between?
So rehearsals are going to be
I wanna
at
be
7
surprised.
p.m. and I'll give everybody's parts out in the afternoon so that you can practice. Yeah.
Do we actually get them in advance?
I will be passing you guys your parts depending on who you guys want to play. Now,
Absolutely.
I
get
would,
to choose?
I would say, Zimmet / you guys just going to Raiden and accosting him for the information ahead of time. So yeah, so what he tells you guys ahead of time as this goes down, he would be, all right. I have a wonderful plan. It's looking really good. I am very proud of this, and it's going to be amazing. Not only, I can't say. I'm very excited. I want to play in it myself. Honestly, I want to be in it. You know. All right. 1 second. The wards. And he runs off. He does that for a few minutes. Comes back. Pulls up the papers. He goes, all right. I've been writing this during the last hours, every hour between each ward in the middle of the night. This is what I've been doing, honestly. So, and he goes, aside from, all of your contraptions that I needed to get running and all the other things. But, okay, so I have, this script is for you. Okay, all right. Let me just double check. Are you all okay with the parts I give you? What I think is the best part for you to play? Or would you like to choose? I have a list of the cast at the moment.
I don't want to do this. She's just like,
She's doing it. She's doing it.
Don't worry. The singing parts themselves, meta note, you guys don't have to sing your parts. It is second level. You guys can make a tune to it. I didn't have enough time to be able to put together the music. I wanted to so bad. I just really haven't had the mental capacity for it recently. But
Kanari, here's your chair.
my chair?
You'll see it's like a normal fold-out chair with the black fabric and your name across the back of it.
All right. So-
Carl, I have yours as well.
The
And
pot.
Nemo.
Thank
This-
you, Shy.
Nemo, is Nemo here? Nemo! Like,
Why?
hail everyone.
I'm not doing this. I said that. I worked.
Perhaps I can convince you. Now listen to the storyline. This is based on my family's history, okay? So it's very personal to me as well.
Who is this speaking right now? Is this Raiden?
This is Raiden. He does
is
not
Raiden.
sound like Raiden. He sounds
but-
Aussie.
Have you seen
You're
what's
right.
the-
I've been saying it's become more often. Because I'm sorry. I've been putting on airs because it gives me this other feel, you know? All
It's
right.
his movie director persona. It's fine.
Yeah. I can't help it.
I can't help it.
He's going in it.
Just roll with it. Just roll
All
with
right.
it.
Let's
So,
go with it.
yes. So,
I'm picturing him wearing sunglasses right now.
here's the storyline. Think old Hestrian age, almost lost history, but the legend lives on. The Coel family and how it began with the Dreamweaver, Coel. Yes, Kahale.
What is history?
Also, where's Thea? I had her in mind for this. She has a role. She gonna be back in time?
I haven't seen her.
You
Has she
No.
been here?
Sorry, question. What was
Last,
it?
last time?
resurrected.
Raise your hand if you'd like to speak, please. Hold that. Kahale, you may answer your question. Ask your question.
Oh, what about we know like nothing about Hestrian era.
Oh, that doesn't
Except-
matter. You
okay.
said words. You acted out. No. Dumb question. No dumb questions. Zimit, dear, go ahead.
Last I saw, Thea had went to Alora's office, but that's all I know.
Oh, you mean like beginning of the week? Useless questions. Comments. Not doing commentary.
asked?
In practice. Shy, you told them that this was practice, yes?
Wait, wait, what?
Yeah, they all were super into it and they were all ready to go.
Oh, amazing. I'm very happy. I was very concerned that all of you would be grumbling, dragging your feet, perhaps not even deciding to opt in, but I'm so glad all of you are so willing. That is very refreshing.
Don't
all right.
tell anybody, it's a surprise. But I have the chef making us some snacks for halftime.
So he tells you about the story of old Hestrian age, this time before a lot of time has been recorded, but this legend has been passed down. So the timing of when it had taken place is a little bit loose, even within the lost histories and whatnot. However, the story of Coel, where 20 Dreams is actually part of this story, or at least 20 Dreams came out of this story, right? So Coel is a Dreamweaver who came down to the mortal realm, descended because she felt for two star-crossed lovers who were broken apart because of their warring countries. They're these the respective prince and princess of two warring countries, torn apart, even though they fell in love with each other during a period when the prince was held captive within the princess's domain, and they fell in love during that time, just getting to know each other. And Coel, who was the Dreamweaver that wove their dreams during this time when Corey was still active and weaving dreams, she had decided that she wanted to help them and help connect them in their dreams. So she started to intertwine their dreams, which was technically illegal in the Corey realm. So when she was cast down and banished because of her breaking the Corey laws of her realm, she continued to try to fight for these two lovers to try to connect them. And so in her banishment, she stole a flower. She stole a flower from the Corey realm, from Dalcor, and brought it to the earth, brought it to Mizana, and created Twinning Dreams, which was a way for the two lovers to be able to meet each other within their dreams so they could continue their love affair within the realm of dreams instead of in person in this context. And through their love, eventually when they came to rule, they married and tied both countries together in the end. A happily ever after. And he goes, but this specific story is following Coel's life, which is part of legend. It engages with her and the Jadith's servant that she falls in love with. And as they come together in communion and fall in love, their offspring become the people of my nature. It's amazing. Wonderful story. So, all right. Who wants to play which part?
You're telling me you wrote a story about the quarry and didn't fact-check it with the only quarry here. I think this is... you. It's already off to a bad start, Raoden. You didn't even consult any reasonable resources. I mean, where did you get your information from?
Incidentally, you actually already advised Naren and the rest of the staff to put on a very Corey-looking dreamscape of the festival itself. And the food itself seems to also lend itself to this theme. And yes, I think everything's working out quite swimmingly. But also, Kanari dear, I have spoken with Ty about the Corey, the Dalcor realm in the past.
When?
And as you're kind of cycling through this, within those memories that you lost in before you had like been cursed and the entire last campaign was, there had been conversations because they had engaged and Ty and him had a relationship at the time through you, but they did. That's part of why Ty liked him right at the beginning of last campaign. Because they knew each other and she had shared more of Dalcor with him. And he knew the language. He knew bits and pieces of it and knew more because of his family's ancestry there. So they had access to some Corey, in which case he was able to develop that more by knowing a Corey.
Right.
We hadn't really discussed the details of their relationship.
No.
She did know him, and there was interaction there, and there was already this established. He knew of the Corey and all that.
That's right. Okay, continue.
I'm down for whatever part you want to give me.
Zimit just holds out his hand.
All right. I have a cast listing. Zimit, what were you saying?
He just holds out his hand.
Okay. So you'll accept whatever role. Kanari do? Would you like to hear the roles beforehand, or do I just give it to you? Whatever I think you enjoy.
As long as I get a male role, I'm fine. I just don't want to.
He plucks the paper out of your hand and hands you a different one.
Well,
Howard.
Nice to know how I'm treated around here.
As long as my role is approved by Ty, that's you could pick, I guess.
All right.
Baby.
I think Kanari should have to play the Corey Coel because she's the only one with any connection really to the Corey.
Whoa.
That's just my opinion.
That sounds like a very good idea, yeah.
To Thea, because I think of Thea as a very dramatic personality. I feel like she would enjoy it. However, Kanari, dear, if you wish to play Coel.
Oh, see, I assumed that Thea would play Jadith's servant because, you know.
Well, the thing is, if Mr. Zimit wants a male role, he'll have to play Vane.
Who's that?
There is a Knight of Chaos within the story who falls in love with this Dreamweaver from another realm.
Oh, wonderful.
Wait, I would be playing a love interest?
Well, you would be playing the lead role, so yes. This is a romantic.
Whoa.
This is a drama. This is a romantic action drama.
I thought I was gonna be tree number 3.
It's also a comedy.
It's
Wait.
just acting, Kanari. It's just acting.
I think you should just distribute the characters as you see fit, and if anybody doesn't like it, then they can pass it up, or they can switch if they want.
Okay, so he passes out. It's driving me nuts. Hold on. Nathan, have you seen my ring? I'm so sorry. Pause in this sense, but Nathan, have you seen?
It was on
I
the.
was so concerned. I was like, it was right there for so long, and I even gone to go get it because I was like, I need to put that back on before I lose it. You're mean. Anyway, okay. So
You left it
he
behind
passes
for
out different roles to each of you. So, Zimit, you receive Vane, which is a knight of chaos who falls in love with Coel eventually. He is known for a bit of an edgier tone to everything he says, and a bit of a funny, bit banterly. Karhale, you were handed the role of the prince within the mortal realm. So you are one of the mortal. You're the mortal prince within the realm. And Shy, you were handed the princess of the mortal realm. So the name of the prince is Azarian, and Azarian. And then not Nemo, Shy, the name of the princess is Jadis. And then Miss Kanari, you were handed the role of Quo. And Quo is the antagonist of the story. Because when Coel descends to the mortal realm, she is not just released to bring the stolen magic and the stolen flower down into the mortal realm. She is chased by some of the enforcers of the Dao Core. They're known as the Night Terrors. So Quo would be the leader of the group of Night Terrors sent down to hunt Coel down.
Wait, who's
Now,
the main role?
The main role is Coel. She's the protagonist.
No, yeah, but who is playing it?
He was intending for Thea to play Coel. However, Kanari playing Coel is something he would be amazed at, but he didn't think she would say yes.
I need 2
Think
minutes.
Think about it. If not you playing, but I feel like you would enjoy this role of Quo, who is the villain and does get to beat some people up on stage, probably realistically too. Please break someone's nose. But Nemo dear. Wait. Nemo dear, I was planning on having you play the narrator. But if not that,
Whatever.
on top of sorry, this in conjunction. But if you don't want to play the narrator, that's all right. I can have someone else play it. We have multiple roles coming in for different individuals being
fine, whatever.
You're down. Amazing. All right. This is going to be beautiful. I cannot wait. All right. So
I want to.
Yeah.
Just give me 1 minute. And she just turns around. She doesn't actually walk off. She turns around and she's like, Ty, what do you want to do? This is more your thing than mine.
I'm gonna roll for her.
Ty, you know,
I mean, I don't want to force you into anything you don't want to do, Kanari. This seems interesting. I mean, it doesn't offend me. I've never seen a play about my people before, so it would be very interesting. And perhaps us being engaged in the production could also up the level of accuracy in his portrayal of my world and everything. So perhaps that would be a good thing. But it's up to you of who you wish to play. Wait, let me roll to see which one she would want. I would love to see your rendition of a villain, though, Kanari.
Okay. I was gonna ask you if you felt comfortable playing them, but you told me before that might not be a good idea.
Oh.
For you to take over.
I would say I abide by that. I don't think it's for the best that I take a step in the direction that my people have done for years.
Fair. I just wanted to offer it, I guess. I don't want you feeling like you're constantly in the background.
Don't feel that way at all. I get to enjoy the entire theater that is your life, honestly.
Boy, is it dramatic. Okay, I will play the dog. That's fine. She'll turn back around. I'll break some noses for you, Raoden.
Yes. All right then. I'll offer the role to Thea. If she does not wish to play it, then we'll find someone else. It'll be wonderful. Okay. So so now he does give you guys your guys' lines to practice and whatnot. However, meta, I'm not going to give you guys your guys' lines to practice. We'll do this in the party. You guys will do it the first time within the party.
Nice.
So you guys are given this time to practice and everything ahead of time. Karhale, I would say you with your lines, you're kind of like, this is a little bit sappy. Not quite. This doesn't seem very unique. It seems like you've seen better plays put on by your people. Whether or not you would say that to Raoden is up to Karhale, but it's okay. Zimit, you read through your lines as you're going through, and you go, okay, I think you seem to like this guy. The character himself is someone you can get behind. However, the delivery of some of the script, just the writing itself, is still it's a little over the top, perhaps. Funny sometimes, but not quite the best thing you've ever seen on stage, at least from your perspective, just reading the script. Nemo, you didn't read it. You probably, I assume Nemo took the script, glanced, and pocketed it for later, and didn't give it any mind and continued working on the words themselves. Shy, I think, did practice his and has been practicing his outside with some of his animal companions, and they seem to really like it. They think you're doing great. Your part and your falsetto is wonderful. Miss Canary, you go over your role, and there's moments where you're like, Ty, is this accurate? Is this how it was? And she goes, well, I've never had a run-in with them, so I guess I wouldn't know. I never broke the law. Perhaps it is like that. And a little bit nervously, because even from her perspective, she seems a little nervous about even talking about the night terrors in this context. But you can get behind the role. It's not something that you would shy away from, if not the aspect of it being a role in the first place. But as you guys practice, go ahead, everyone give me performance checks, and this will be how well things are in your practice and determine perhaps the final check on the stage. Yes,
I got
Zeke?
a natural 20 for 25.
Of course you did.
Your vein is looking pretty good. You are in the role. The role is you. You're all the way in. Karhale?
I got a 19.
A 19. Oh my gosh. Okay, Karhale's all the way in. Honestly, there's these moments where you're practicing back and forth with Jaskier, and he's like, You're actually pretty good. I wouldn't have expected this from you. Not to say that you're not great at everything, but this would have been the thing I thought you would flop at.
This is not unfamiliar to me. We do stuff like this back in my tribe. So, something that I always...
Like this?
Not exactly like this, but it was more like... it was a bit more abstract and more of like a general story. There wasn't quite as much dialogue. It was more of telling the story from more of a third person. But still about the same. There's dancing, music, and story. It's pretty much all the same thing, right?
You're good at it. I'd like to see some of those when you finally get your try back.
There's definitely a few that you do need to see. So we'll see about that.
and Kanari, while you practice, Ty gives you as much feedback as she can, and she seems to give you some good feedback, whether or not you're able to play it off. What was your roll?
At 11.
At 11? Okay, I would say you practiced once. You gave it a read through, and you're like, what it was expected of me, and you walk away.
I think Kanari tries to read it a couple more times, and she just gets so flustered. She's just like, I can't. And she walks away, and then she'll come back and she'll read like 2 lines, and like, I can't do this, and walk away. So she only gets through it once because she just has to keep like, nope, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
That first night of practice, Raiden's just like, divas, all of you. But
Wait, so my question is, does Kanari read Braille, or does she have someone read this to her?
I would say Raiden did prepare for. Oh, wait, I guess you don't
A
read.
little listening device to say the least.
I would say, yeah, he had enchanted it to speak. Okay, so a little mouth in front of you,
Fun.
ears, and you guys see lips that look like the shape of his mouth speaking the lines to you. They're a little bit more dramatic in his tone of voice than they are in yours, Kanari, but it is what it is.
All right. But we're rolling at the performance. Is that what you said too?
Well, I'll give you guys your guys' pieces at the performance. Okay, so I'm gonna put it into the chat, and so I'm not giving you guys like separate things so much. It's gonna be in the chat and your guys' role characters. So just to remind, Karhala, you're playing Jadis. Shy. No. Sorry, flipped. Karhala is playing Azarian.
Yeah.
Azarian, and Shy. I'm getting Astarion mixed in my head with my own name. But Azarian, and Shy is playing the Princess Jadis. We have Vane for Zimit. We have Kanari as Quo. And Coel, I'll read for the moment. Raiden will read for the moment in replacing Thea here. So, in theory, Thea won't have any overlap. There won't be much overlap if Thea plays Coel, assuming she lives.
Wait, are we not getting to the party this session? I thought we were getting to the party this session.
I think we're getting to the party because I'm not. You guys won't read this now ahead of time. You guys are.
Okay. I'm like, oh shoot, we're gonna practice it now and read it later.
Take our break and we'll go back and do whatever we want, and that'll give me a little time to be able to put this into the chat.
Perfect.
I'll see you soon.
stoked.
My disclaimer from before, by the way, was about this being that this is ChatGPT generated for everyone to know, because I did not have time to write it up myself. But it is kind of hilarious, and I'm kind of just enjoying the fact that I'm not necessarily knowing exactly what it says, so that I'm surprised as it happens. But I did a whole detailed explanation of the storyline. So it's actually, I was reading through it and I'm like, this is weirdly terribly, terrible, good terrible. Because the point was to be terrible. And I told ChatGPT, make it as cliche and terrible as you can, while still being within the bounds of the story and stuff.
Amazing.
I gave the context of the festival and all those things. So it's very interesting what ChatGPT can do. So that is a very amusing thing. But yeah, so just so you know, it's based on the information I gave it and the characters and the story and the plot line I made, but it is the creation of this ChatGPT.
Amazing. I'm so stoked.
I
think this is one of the best uses for ChatGPT is a cheesy play.
The funniest thing.
I think it'll be so funny.
This would have taken me hours to do on my own and everything, and this is so cool. And then I'm not even spoiled in of itself too. So it's wild.
Love it.
I'm very excited. Let's go.
Nathan, don't fall asleep. Mute yourself.
low.
Okay. Sorry, let me get these out to you guys. Making sure I have everything. I love that I'm forcing this on all of you.
Yeah, this was not what I had in mind, but thanks, Liz. No, I was kidding.
You're welcome. That's what I'm here for. Okay. Let me send this to the group chat. I'm gonna put this in the notes section.
Okay.
Cool. Okay, so this is in the order that it's supposed to be, even though some of the ending scenes seem to not have the number correct. So top down. And the image is in your guys' front. So you guys can read over it ahead of time if you wish, but we'll get into the party.
I'm gonna need to download this so I can see it, I think.
Oh, if that is true,
Wait.
I can put it into a Word document instead. How well does it work for you guys? Is it
I think I can do it.
cool?
It's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah, I had to increase the size of my my Discord is a smaller window. I just had to increase the size so I can see it. I'll be kind of like probably off camera staying it because I gotta kind of lean forward to read it.
Mm-hmm. It occurs to me now that Quo doesn't have as big of a part. Kanari, are you sure you want to play Quo?
I mean, it's fine. I don't know. I mean, who else am I gonna play?
I mean, you could play well.
Oh, that's as Kanari. That's the thing. If I were Valia, I'd be like, sure, but
yeah. No, I get you. I get you entirely. Zor sweeps in and steals the show.
Absolutely.
Okay, on a totally meta note, it would be so much more fun for Izzy to play Coel than it would be for Aaron to play both Azarian and Coel.
You want
Just
me
saying.
to play well as Kanari?
Yes. Yes, I do.
I think that will be very funny. Genuinely.
Fine. I'll do it.
Now the
like just
question-
meta. I don't want to play both of those.
Oh yeah. That's a good point. Actually. Thank you. That is
just
a concern.
saying.
That is a concern. Okay, so let's go. Thea will be offered the role of Quo as the bad guy.
Okay.
Which she will take most
Aiden
graciously.
is very happy about this alternative route of life, and he goes, "Thanks. I'm so glad, Kanari, that you are taking on the joy and love of theater. What a joy! What a wonderful thing. Jenyon will love it, I'm sure. Isn't that right, Jenyon?" And Jenyon just kind of cocks his head in his direction. He goes, "And don't worry, we have a role for Jenyon, so to speak. Jenyon, would you be willing to be one of the night terrors along with, not that I'm typecasting you or anything, but, Theodore will need someone who looks scary behind her. She's not all that scary, tiny as she is." Jenyen just kind of grunts. But it doesn't sound like an affirmative grunt necessarily. I'll take that as a yes. We'll put a pin in that. All right. I love it. Can't wait to see the show, everybody. And sleep well tonight. Tomorrow's the party. Let's hope no one dies. And he walks out.
Actually, I'm chasing down Raoden really quick, just like for 2 seconds.
Of course. So he's rushing off back to one of the ward setups, and he's pulling out some of his magical chalk. Oh, Kanari, yes?
I just realized that I invited the acolytes.
Oh.
And
did?
Jenyin is still not safe.
That is a concern.
How are you going to protect him?
Well, for one, we can hide his appearance. He can hide his appearance. He is quite good at that in the first place.
Is he?
He is an Oni, is he not? They are all shape changes.
Oh, maybe he's been practicing. He's not ever been very... Yeah, okay.
Well, his ability to shift into a smaller form of himself is that in of itself.
Okay.
His natural form is far more grotesque, I suppose some might say. Some, not me, but he dulls the effect of his natural form for the people at large, so they aren't afraid of him. Perhaps he can turn that on a little more and look altogether different entirely, and they wouldn't be none the wiser.
Okay, I'll go ask him to do that, I guess.
If he is uncomfortable with this, though, please don't force him. He doesn't have to partake in the event's activities, or perhaps he could even stay within the castle and do whatever he wants inside within the wards that I will be upkeeping, hopefully. We'll see.
Okay. Yeah, she'll go be like, "So, Jenyin, I didn't really think about this, but Raoden said he wanted chaos, so I invited the acolytes, some of them from the monastery. I totally didn't think about the fact that you would possibly be going. I'm sorry, and I don't want you to feel like you're in danger or worried or whatever."
Kanari, I don't feel danger here. With them, with you. I can't imagine the same thing. Not with you.
I mean, I guess I'm a little stronger now than when I first met you, but just please try to be safe, okay? They're crazy.
Nonetheless, I will go.
And he does seem adamant. I roll for it, and he's wanting to
To go to the
attend.
party?
Um, on his angle, he does seem to be wanting to attend just to make sure you're not hurt and everything, and whatever shenanigans Raiden's putting on here. So he wants to stay within the vicinity just in case.
All right, maybe just try to change shapeshift. I don't know if you actually can do that or not. Raiden said you could, so Raiden's not all knowing though, so I don't know.
He grunts a bit, and you hear the sound of his breath shrinking closer to you. Like it's normally you can hear him breathing like above your head here, and his breathing level seems to lower and lower until he is of height with you. And he sounds a little bit different when he says, "All right."
Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah, okay.
This is no issue, Xiaochen. This is unpracticed, but no issue.
I can't stand the idea of you getting hurt again, Jiwang. I just can't picture it. I won't let it happen. So, no need for fretting, I suppose.
And I believe you won't. Neither will I.
Okay. All right. Cool. Back to practicing. She's kinda,
He does have you read the lines to him as you've gotten a larger role all of a sudden.
Oh,
and
can't believe you talked me into this, Aaron.
Okay.
In my defense, I already have a huge part. I don't want to be doing half of this play, man.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay,
Very
guys.
fair.
Okay, let's do this. Oh my
Okay.
I just read a couple of my lines, and I'm like, I see why you gave me this one.
Yup. It's so fun. Okay. So we have the party to begin. So everyone goes to sleep the night before. Is there any last second preparations you guys would like to do the night before or the morning of the party?
I just want to make sure I have a good enough mask.
Okay. You can also ask Raiden about it. He does have a magical item he can lend you for the moment.
All right.
He gives you a magical hat.
Yay! It's a top hat.
It's a top hat. So what would you like to change your appearance to look like?
Let's see. Let's go a drow.
Okay. Interesting. You take on the shape of a darker version of an elf. Something that's descended of Coel, apparently.
Lesbian?
But
I didn't even think about that.
but a darker version of these creatures that you guys haven't really seen much of before. The only experience you guys have had with a drow is the unseen.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah. Yvonne is the only drow you guys have met so far. But nonetheless, you guys are able to partake in the activities come morning. You guys sleep, and by the way, your bracer will be on for the length of the party. You will have to take it off before you decide to do any magic or casting and stuff. So we will play that out as well as you wish, because there is no magic in the party.
Is the party not in the castle?
Nope. It's taking place outside. So, as you guys wake up the morning of, the sun rises and you guys hear the music of a bit of an other place. Like the music style seems to be from up north more so. It has this haunting tune to it, and it is as close or as reminiscent as this world's music can get to what Ty had described to Kanari was actually probably approached earlier in the week a little bit to get some more descriptions of how the music should sound from Ty's perspective. And that time, Ty actually put her 2 cents in as well. And as you guys awake to the sounds of bustle and activity outdoors, all of the newly hired staff, as well as the age-old staff, are hard at work putting together the festivities here. We have the cook and Shannon putting together different trays and platters of food that look like different types of flowers. Some hyacinths, azaleas, some of them designed off of Mythova and Vomith's hair themselves, and some of them designed to look like different bits of fauna and beauty around you guys. And let me change this music down a bit. You guys see the hustle and bustle of some of the maids and different servers within the household, making sure that everything is set up. Towels, different clothing, costumes being put out. You guys are all greeted immediately by Faunal, who has a large pile of clothing in his arms, as you guys are kind of making your way out of the castle to the kitchens, kind of in hopes of food, but you guys are kind of shoved out of the way as the cook is trying to get some of the stuff going outdoors. And you guys are accosted, like I said, by Faunal with a pile of clothes, and he goes, "These are your guys' costumes. Raoden, sir, he put it all together, and so this bundle is for Miss Cowell Dreamweaver. This bundle of clothes is for the princess." Passes to Karhale. "This bundle of clothes is for the sorry, that's not yours.
I'm the prince.
Yeah,
the
sorry." Rushes over to Shy. "Here you go," and shoves it into Shy's arms. But you guys see Faunal himself when he kind of pushes it.
I already made my own outfit.
Perfect then. That's wonderful. Oh, okay. Goes over to Zimit, passes him what looks to be some faux chain shirt, this different outfit, as well as an older style version of Jadith's branding, Jadith's symbol and vestments. Passes them to you, rushes around, passing them out to Nemo. He gives this very whimsical, magical, shimmery looking silks robes, as he is the narrator, and a mask. So Nemo ends up carrying this mask that looks almost like a deer's face with purple antlers and swirling symbols, words that are written in Kori that you guys are vaguely aware of now just because of Shy's tapestry and seeing Kori written in different ways because of this party up and coming. You guys step outside. Who puts on their costumes right away, or do you guys save that for later?
I'm gonna wear like normal clothes for most of the time.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
Same.
The curtain will rise once a majority of the people have arrived, though some may come late. He doesn't expect everyone to show up on time necessarily, but you go out into the festivities and at the front hedge garden. Yes.
I had something for Canary.
Okay. You guys are about to go down the stairs of the household, the grand staircase that leads down into the lower gardens. Canary.
She'll actually like pull Canary like back up to her room. You don't have to wear it, but I had something made for you or something like that here. And she puts something, it's fabric, it's very soft and lightweight. For the DM, it is Torstenjaraki green, and it's got the Torstenjaraki green and gold pattern on the edge. But it's kind of more like a dress, than what Kadari's used to, but it's very traditional Goliath type stuff.
Is this a dress?
I mean, you could call it a dress. It's not technically a dress. It's, see, it's got the, or feel, it's got like the slits. It's more similar to what I typically wear, and it's more traditional Goliath from my tribe. But it's very, very good for, it's still very good for fighting in. It's appropriate for fighting in.
I mean, as long as it doesn't get in the way of my legs.
I think you'll find, personally, I find Talon clothing to be very restrictive. I think you'll find it very freeing.
All I'm saying is this better not turn me into a hippie. I have a rigid lifestyle, and I'm not going with any of your free-flowing, the earth is good juju, but I will wear this because you've died, and I'm
only because of that.
Well, you went to so much work, you'd be ashamed to waste it, and thank you for this. It's lovely and very soft, and I will put it on.
She'll run your hand across the pattern that's on the edge and like explain to you like what all the different little bits of the patterns mean and why it's significant to the tribe and all that fun stuff.
Oh, this is so
That's
cute.
very cute. Yep. She's like very thoughtful. Yep, thoughtful. Okay, and she'll put it on.
Oh, so cute.
I'm already gonna be a coel for this. Might as well wear a dress. It's fine.
Might as well.
Not a dress.
Fine, not a dress.
But like it's pretty much just like a bandeau wrap top, and it's got some folds that pass over your shoulder, kind of similar to a sari style. It's the top is kind of similar to a sari, but then the skirt part is a lot more open. It's got very high leg slits, and it's a little bit shorter and it's a lot easier to move in.
Mm-hmm.
My legs are so exposed right now. This is fine.
You'll find it's so much easier to fight in something like this than the stuffy Talon, everything that the stuffy Talons wear.
Okay. We'll probably find out one way or another. All right.
Okay. So you guys step down the grand staircase. The marble itself has this bluish tone to it. You're not sure if it's a magical effect or if that's just the marble that was used. However, as you guys step down, the entire festival has been set up beautifully. It has this... So when you guys step down, you can tell that the festivities seem to be under this haze. You can't quite see into the haze until you step in. You guys saw how the tents had gone up. They were looking really good. Zimmet had done a lot of work to decorate as well. Some of the lights, magical lights that you guys had seen seemed to be looking really good. But you guys can't quite see anything from outside of the bounds of the festival itself. It seems to be blockaded off with newly grown hedge work. Partially done by Karhale, thanks to Karhale with some of her druid craft and skills, guided and probably micromanaged by the groundskeeper, the old man. And you are all, you'll have to step through the bounds. And so there's a greeting line actually, where the reception at the front, the person taking invitations, checking the list, all that is Laura, backed by Darian, who's running security. It has a few hired mercenaries for the time as well. as well as just some of the mercenaries that work for the house normally. But would you guys head to the front of the line? You guys would be probably some of the first people in so far. You guys can hear the music playing from within the festival haze beyond. This almost looks like a cloud of darkness that surrounds it, almost, but it's not quite dark. It's more like a purplish bluish haze.
I shall be waltzing right in.
Guys, someone-
Okay, yeah, you go to the front, and you see the Alara, her sitting at the front, just going through her list, and she sees you, Shy, and she goes, "All right, right this way. Put this on." Takes one of the pins. You guys see a spread of Coel pins, and she goes, "Anyone who's not on the list wouldn't be getting a pin, and therefore wouldn't be allowed within the festivities. But of course, all of you are on the list. Of course, no questions asked. And you guys didn't even get invitations officially anyway." Starts to pin it on to Shy, Nemo as he passes, Zimit as you go through. We'll be going through. She will comment though with your guys' little group. I don't see Thea. Has she arrived yet?
I've not seen her in like a week. I pretty much only saw her when she resurrected me.
Oh, okay. Well,
She really didn't stick around too long.
Oh, that's too bad. But I hope you enjoy. And I hope the show goes well. Break a leg.
That's not. What
Why
we
would
hope
you
for.
wish for me to break a leg?
That's
Legs
not.
are quite necessary for fighting.
I'm sorry. You go on ahead. Go inside. It doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. Okay, who's next? Miss Canary, here you
Canary,
go.
I think she was threatening me.
But of course, it will not activate as far as you participating within the.
I don't want to wear it. I know what it does.
It's not affecting you because you are automatically a part of the show. Those who do not wish to be a part of the show, it will activate upon, but that is up to them.
Then why would I have to wear it?
Oh, well, you have to wear the pin to enter the grounds. All the security mercenaries are expecting to see pins on every individual. So if there's
anyone not wearing a pin will get slide tackled.
Beat them up.
Exactly.
Fine. Sigh.
And perhaps you guys could also warn them in case someone is not wearing a pin that you can tell, because that means that they are not meant to be there. But enjoy! And she makes sure everyone's pinned up and you guys pass through. As you guys are passing by, she has her list and there are 2 names crossed off already. So apparently you guys are not the first to enter the party. Even though you guys kind of entered once you guys were built up enough gumption to do so.
What names?
Give me a perception check.
I'm bad. Someone help.
I can't read. Sorry, Charlie.
I can try.
Wave your hand.
I'm right away ahead of you playing with the butterflies.
Wave your
I can try, but I can't read Alethi.
9.
It is an 11.
Sorry, it's in Alethi. I can't help you.
You said 9?
Yeah.
Okay, you recognize the name. Oh no, hold on. You recognize the name. You recognize the name. A very long name, actually. So it takes you a moment as you're reading it through. You see Tala Atzila Nahale. And you see a crossed off. So her name is like crossed in one way, and then you see a scribbled out name of Hania. So your assumption being the 2 Zilla came and Hania did not.
I'll
Bummer.
because I guess
That's such a bummer. Hani is a trip.
I know, I'm bummed too. I rolled for the people to see who came and who did not.
Devastating.
Perhaps he was busy for some reason, and you guys can go and approach Atsila.
Hanya's never busy. Hanya doesn't have anything better to do.
He's just being a dick. You also see another name crossed off, and this one being, hold on, I'm gonna roll for this. Okay, you actually find the name, multiple names. It seems like the first name and then plus company sort of name. So there's actually a list of individuals that are included within the initial cross-off. But the Rowan High Prince, so Thavanoth, right Smasher of the Kaligo tribe.
Who?
And company.
Wait,
his
crossed
wife.
crossed off so he did
Not
not come?
scribbled out. They are arrived.
Oh, they're here.
They're already here.
There was only one name in the whole list that was scribbled out, so every other person that we've invited is coming.
No, they don't know if they're showing up or not. I guess maybe I don't know.
They weren't taking they weren't taking RSVPs or anything. They sent out the invitations, so coming is coming.
How do they
Can I-
know it's a one
Hania
person?
would have come with Princess Atsila, so now that she's
Oh.
here, and she told them that Hania is not coming.
Got it.
So who is this that is here? Is it someone we know?
Okay, so there's Princess Atsila, she's
Yes.
the princess of the Ati Druid tribe. And then there is Thavanoth, who is the leader of a Goliath tribe on the Alethi side of the Talai Mountains, and he is the one that wiped out the Floratua tribe, as in Mithva and Vamith's tribe.
Mithva and
And
Vaughn
it-
have not showed up yet.
and-
They told you
and-
guys they would be coming, but they were going to come a little later.
Okay,
Combination wiped out, enslaved their tribe.
that's gonna be
Uh,
interesting.
can I
It's gonna be
ask if
fun.
Aldrich has arrived?
You can definitely check, and you don't see his name scratched off, or not scratched
Yeah.
off, scribbled out.
Where are Mithba?
You guys are pretty early in the day. This is probably about 10 a.m. Yeah.
She said they haven't gotten there yet.
No. Where are they staying currently?
Who?
At the mansion.
Okay, that's what I thought. But okay.
Yeah, they're staying
Right.
within the mansion.
Yeah.
I'm just worried that the wrong people are gonna show up and it's not gonna be good.
I assume Vomith and Mithva were sleeping on Shy's floor, by the way, within his little menagerie.
Probably.
Makes sense. He didn't wake them up.
Zimit, what was your comment?
I was just saying, I just hope that the wrong people don't show up and cause a mess.
Zimit, roll me a D20. You guys are walking in right now, but see a figure coming up behind you guys, walking up to the hedge of the estate. Let through the gates, and the guards let them through. So in theory, they were invited as well. And you said 8.
8.
Okay, you see a small entourage of young elven. I mean, young is a thing to say actually about elves, but they appear to be young and lively elves. In a small carriage, you see a woman sitting within the carriage. This it's less. This is more of a palanquin. It's carried by individuals, other elves, and as they walk with this beautiful purple and green silk decorated palanquin, you see a young elven woman with long blonde hair that reaches all the way down to her knees step out of the carriage, and just dressed in silks and soft linen, this very not very decorative, like it's not she's not dressed in such a opulent way that it seems uncouth or distasteful. She's just dressed in beautiful silks, beautiful colors that complement her own pale shades of her entirety. And she seems to be light on her feet. If trees that had a gentle breeze blowing through them had a human form or a humanoid form, this would be her. You can see this hint of green in her hair. You can see this ivy tattoo curling around her arm, down, spiraling down her arm, and spreading across her fingertips. You hear as she's approaching, and she walks the rest of the way. She goes about half and then steps down out of the carriage and walks just smoothly up to Alara at the front. And Alara herself kind of stands up a little straighter, pulls back her hair so her ears poke out. And Saritha says, "I am the High Princess of Dalem, Saritha Willowmist and Company." And Laura nods. "Of course. Here are your pins. And if you understand the requirements that were included within the invitation, I could explain them again. I understand, and I will not partake." And she lets Alara put the pin on, and you see her form shift in just a different tone. She looks entirely the same and walks inside.
This woman never had a bad day in her life.
She drifts past, and her hair just kind of is against all of you as she walks between you. And she
I would like it noted for the DM that there's currently a war in the chat for who's calling dibs on this girl.
She is tall, by the way. She is about as tall as Kanari. So this is a very tall elven woman. She presides above everyone and seems to not necessarily be aware of that fact, but it's just a part of nature, and therefore is true. And she drifts her way in. She actually does grace Karhale with a smile as she passes through, as you are kind of the closest to eye level who can see. But it's a closed mouth smile. From your perspective, you can't tell if it reaches her eyes or not. You can roll an insight check if you'd like, but...
Yes, I would.
Okay. As she passes you by, you try to read her face.
Never mind. Oh wait, no, I've got decent insight. 14.
She's like grasping at the wind. She passes on by. She's very hard to read, but the smile did fill you with sort of peace, if not joy. Her and her company of 3 elves pass through. All of them look to be differing versions of the same. Blonde, pale, beautiful. All of them have green eyes and ivy tattoos that reach up. But she is the only one who has the longest ivy tattoo that goes up from her fingers all the way up her shoulder, and you can actually see it coming down on her other shoulder, but it ends at the other elbow. So she passes through. You don't see anyone else coming through the gates at the moment, so you guys could go further in if you'd like, and I will roll as people enter.
Karhale is barely containing her excitement at seeing Princess Satsila. So she's trying not to jog. She's trying so hard not to jog.
Amazing. So you guys enter and seeking out a specific individual. Does anyone go anywhere specific? From what you guys know of this setup, there are different areas within the festival. So they set this up in accordance to the theme of the theatrical production. So there's 3 different sections within the festival, each one representing a different side of the theater production. So you have the section that represents the dream weavers and the Kori, specifically the Dreamweavers, however. And then you have a section that represents the Night Terrors. So you have one section that is based on nightmare and haunting visuals and decoration. Then you have another section that is based on more warmth and beauty and whimsical decoration that represents the Dreamweavers. And then you have a third section which represents mortals. And you see beautiful decorations that represent mountainscapes, sunset, sun glow, the beauty that man has created within Mazana. Cathedrals set up. Some of the tent design is made to look more like hell, or even some of the older buildings of what you guys might think of as older buildings, the style of Hestria, that age. And yeah, so you guys can go to any of those sections. Where would you guys like to go? You're aware that the stage itself is set within the Dreamweavers section. And you guys are aware that there's a dueling grounds set within the mortal section. You're aware that in the nightmare section, there's some sort of puzzling activity that Raoden has set up. You guys weren't given too many details, but he set up some sort of disturbing tent, somewhat like a fun house, may have been part of the description, but not quite what he meant.
Shy is gonna go off with a little bag over his shoulder and go to the nearest bush.
Yeah. Okay. You find some bushes. As an aside as well, you guys enter through the haze, and immediately everything seems to be in dusk and twilight. It is not sunlight here so much since you guys are entering from the side that is specifically from the the Night Terror realm. So the section is more at the front. You guys are walking through a more haunting landscape with these beautiful aurora lights dancing off of the buildings that make them appear almost as though they are on fire with light, or even made of light. Hard to say.
Carhala is just beelining for whenever she can find Tala.
Amazing. So as you guys beeline through, some of the decorations are some of these banners that are made out of threads of 1,000 colors, 1,000 different shades, shimmering and seem to reflect the light in this refractory way that looks magical, whimsical, adds to the effect. It reminds you guys of the ethereal realm when you guys were on the astral plane, seeing the weave itself, except perhaps a cheaper, more mortal version of it. You guys progress forward. Roll me perception checks for whoever's looking for Atsila, and if you guys all have different intentions in mind, you guys can go there as well.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. Yes. You are able, you keep walking, and your initial assumption is that Atsila would be probably at the dueling grounds. That seems like something she would enjoy. Not too many people have arrived yet, so the dueling grounds probably are not filled at the moment. However, you progress forward. You rush through, and as you're rushing through the Dreamcatcher section, by the way, it's a ring. The whole festival is wrapping around the Quell Mansion. So there's like the place where the gardens were is where the place where the gardens are is where the haunting setup is, and most of the tents. No, not most. The tents are all over. The haunting side is where the gardens are. The hedge maze is where they've set up the Dreamcatcher realm, and the mortal realm is on the side where the orchard is. So it's wrapping around the entire building. But yeah, so you guys would pass through the Night Terror realm, get to the Dreamcatchers section, and then proceed to the mortal section. So going through the Dreamweaver section, however, as you're not really looking for her here, but you're keeping an eye out in general, and there's not too many people here, you immediately see Atsila standing on top of a large platform you guys now recognize is a theater stage.
Real quick, sorry to refresh. Is this a multi-day event or is it just today?
It's going to be across the entire day and into the night, deep into the night, but it's only one day.
Just one. Okay.
Actually, correction. No, it will be 2 days. 2-day event. They're sleeping here.
Which day is the performance?
The performance will begin tonight and then complete tomorrow.
Complete tomorrow? So it's a two-parter?
There'll be an intermission where people can go to sleep.
Okay. Kanari is unless Jinyan has a different mind, which is fine, she'll follow him. But otherwise, she's finding a place that's like not hidden, but like out of the beaten path where she can just like note whoever's
Practice her lines.
what is it?
Practice her lines.
Oh, well, probably a little bit, but also just so she's aware of people coming and going. You know what I mean? Like, she doesn't want her back exposed. She's very, this is a large group of people with a lot of unstable individuals, probably. So she's like, just this place where she's like not in the middle of the crowd.
Kanari, roll me a D12. D20. D20.
A D20?
Yeah.
That's a 12.
A 12. You hear a name being called out, actually. You guys, so it seems like a magical thaumaturgy of sorts is spreading Alara's very soft voice around the entire pavilion here, where you guys are walking under the, there's some set up tents here next to the theater for the audience to be able to sit. And under this little pavilion, you guys hear her voice echoing throughout the entire camp. But you hear the name, Merrick Lacal and Fiondi Ellen, +1.
What?
Pardon?
What?
You guys just arrived seeing Attila sitting on top of this stage where you guys see beautiful decorations, silk drapery, as well as water, it seems, all over the stage. Like, it has this flashy look to it, almost Cirque du Soleil style. And she seems to be sitting within this small amount of water, these 2 inches of water, crisscross, lotus position, and hands on her knees, head up toward the sky, letting some of the sun just shine down. And she just seems to be absorbing it. And you can see this fiery blue hair, this flickering, crackling, burning across her shoulders, tumbling down and brushing against the water, except there's no steam. This darker skinned woman has paint markings all up her arms, all across her face, swirls, symbols, druid words, and the name Ati in druid. Paint, finger painted all across her face in this bright cerulean blue paint.
Karhali will not even trying to be quiet. She's just a loud individual, just yells out to her, "Hey, Nahale!"
You see her ear twitch just a moment, but she doesn't react. You remember, actually, she could get into some deep meditation sometimes, stubborn meditations other times. You actually roll me a d20. Roll me perception check.
Do I take a new roll or the roll I just rolled?
You can take the roll you just rolled. What is it?
I don't wanna take this one.
You may re-roll. Okay. LOL. That's funny.
Perception would be a 4.
A 4?
I originally rolled a 4, and then I re-rolled and got a 3.
Dang! That's hilarious.
Well,
You don't notice in time, but Kanari, you hear this caw of a bird, and you see a hawk itself dart down toward Karhale. And then Kanari, you can hear the hawk's cry in the last second as it's right there at the diving moment, and it's right next to Karhale. Karhale, you feel raking claws across your back, and then you see the hawk like fall in front of you, tumble down to the ground, and then reshape into a human man in this case, with T markings all along his arms as well, and his face. And he's looking at you with a drawn weapon, a small staff across his back. He's protectively standing in front of Atsila.
Oh, come on. You really don't remember me? I'm a very memorable face. I have never had someone actually forget about me.
He rolls. He goes, I don't remember faces. Faces are lies, especially in this world. I do not know if you are what you think you are, who you say you are, but keep a distance from our
Chieftain? That's news.
And the little twitching ear from Atsila, she goes, don't spread lies. I'm not yet. And she stands with like just a fluid twist to her feet. And she kind of just alights down to the ground with a little leap from where she's sitting on the stage. She goes, it's been a while. And she kind of prowls closer to Kanari immediately, even though she's talking to you, Karhale, or her eyes are still on you when she's speaking. She gives a long, and you smell worse. She drifts over.
I literally showered right before this, but okay.
She's talking about the evil in that maybe thing that you have.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Harley rolls her eyes and you do not see it.
She goes, at this rate, she will become one of them. And then you can no longer enter our tribe. But she nods to you, Karhale.
See, you hear that?
So, Jinyin Zanoni, what's wrong with that?
She looks in your direction and then looks to the sky.
What did Atsila say before that?
It is good to see a friend.
It is good to see you, Kavane.
And offers a hand.
She claps, and you see the druid who came in tow, her bodyguard, I guess, kind of relax a little bit, and then start forward and open his mouth, and she goes, no, do not speak. And she turns. She turns back to you, and she's almost like she was expecting you to follow, even though there was no beckoning or gesture meant. Are you
Oh, I still follow. Yeah.
She walks with you. And Z, Zimit, Nemo, Shy, are you guys all within the same vicinity, or are you guys off to do your own thing? I know Shy found a bush.
Guys in a bush. I feel like Nemo would have just found a corner and.
You can join Kanari. No, I'm just kidding. We're just sitting. Kanari just standing in a corner.
I probably have a book and a drink.
Some of the rune problem work, just working on it still.
I feel like Z would just kind of wander.
Yeah.
Like he'd probably stick around for the first little bit with Kanari and Karhale, and then just kind of dip and just like walk around everywhere. Definitely not trying to find the elvish woman that came in.
You're trying not to find her? You are trying to find her.
Sorry, that was very sarcastic. Yes. He is like I'm trying to think of the like
He's hoping to see her, but he's not trying to actively look for her.
yeah. There you
Gotcha,
go.
gotcha. So, as you're walking about, I think you might not be able to help but not run into her, but find her again. She sticks out very, very easily. She seems to come to the height of a lot of these tents. Some of the tents are made bigger, so because they know that a lot of their attendees are very tall. But she comes very close to the top of those tents sometimes.
Wait, so Kanari, how tall are you?
6'11".
Okay. Dang.
Yeah, she's tall.
She's taller than Karhale.
Yeah,
She has
tall.
within what looks to be some sort of seating area meant for the food to be served at. And it seems to be this beautiful, like, flowers of all types, of all sorts, cover the entire floor. And there's different benches and tables set up within this field of just flowers that is set up between some hedges made to appear to be different creatures described within Kanari's visions, but not quite very recognizable to your eyes. Some of them have these horns that rise up into the sky, splitting into different branches, almost like antlers to an extent. Some of these shapes have more than 4 limbs. Some of them have fewer than 2. And yet, they seem like actual creatures that would move and walk and do things too. It's hard to say, but all these creatures add to this otherworldly nature of the Dreamweaver section in the festival. Now, she is sitting at one of these tables, and you see multiple of the elves with her in her company are drifting about some of the little booths within the festival. A lot of these booths are laid with different types of decorations, as well as pieces of clothing that are just an offering to the people, the attendees. They can just pick one up. They're for free and just laid out for people. So you see a little booth of scarves, a booth of sashes, shawls, and you see her little elves are walking about, seeing what might please their mistress.
I'm trying to think about what exactly I was.
She's currently reading through a book, actually, just flipping through a tome. Roll me a history check on Dalem.
Where's my sheet? Dirty 20.
Amazing. Okay. Yeah, you're very familiar with this province within Elithkar. You are aware that it is known for its knowledge. Their main form of export is actually the knowledge that they've gained, the scholarium that they have within Dalem, as well as their universities. They offer intelligence. They offer academy to the rest of the provinces. If anyone is going to get a higher education, they go to Dalem. For museums and libraries that have vast repositories, they go to Dalem. For anyone who would sell artifacts, relics, they go to Dalem. If anyone were to buy them, they'd go to Dalem. They are the epitome of knowledge itself. And she flipping through a tome seems very fitting.
I think he will he'll walk up to her and just be like, good evening, madam. Must I say, Your presence here is like a warm breeze on a cool fall day.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Give me a natural 20! I'm feeling lucky. Okay, that's a lot better. 26.
26, that's very good. She looks up with just a gentle smile on her lips and she goes, I've never heard that one before. She motions to the seat in front of her. And who are you to be invited?
Oh, sorry.
Event?
Say it again. I'm sorry. I did not realize that you were speaking.
Oh, you're fine. She just said, who are you to be invited to such a prestigious event?
Well, I am part of the, let's just say, party and the main event here tonight. That is part of the reason why I'm here, but might I ask what the Queen of the Dalen province is doing here at such an event?
I don't understand your question. Any high prince, high princess is obligated to attend any grand event such as this put on by another. Else they risk falling behind in the ranks.
Ah, yes, they would fall behind in the ranks if the same province. Man, damn.
You're aware, by the way, that what she means is the ranks of favorability. So Iodon, the Lord Protector, will have favorites and will kind of rank all the provinces and their high princes, princesses, respectfully within those ranks and how much he thinks they've earned of his favor. So them refusing their son's name day celebration, would be a big faux pas, seemingly.
Okay.
I was obliged to attend. And you are not someone I recognize, so why are you here?
Like I said, my performance will be noted of later.
The performer. I don't think I've met your like before. We in Dalem like to spend our free time bettering ourselves, not entertaining ourselves. That is not a slight upon you. I believe many people need entertainment. Dalem just aspires to a higher calling.
Well, performing is not my day job, if you know what I mean. It is just a hobby I enjoy, but I have found much intrigue of the recent past couple weeks of doing research on a specific topic that I thought maybe you might know of something.
What topic would you be asking of?
Oh, shoot.
We know a great many things in Dalem. She flips the page. She's still reading while she's speaking with you.
Do I know the book that she's reading?
Oh, you can definitely peek. You give it a little look-see, and you're close enough that you don't need to roll for it.
Okay.
Actually, what language do you speak again? What languages?
Not a lot. Common, Alethi, and Thieves' Cant.
Okay, you do not recognize the words on this tome. It is not a language you speak.
Shoot, where is? I know.
But
I
it's
wrote-
also something you don't recognize. You haven't seen this in written form before. So it's not of your common, it's not of the common three within the continent. And it's not
Did I?
of the obscure, more under, like the lower end of society either.
Okay. I was wanting to ask her specifically about the time frame when what I was doing research on in earlier. Goodness, I can't. I thought I had wrote it down, but I don't.
The
think I-
timeline of the Dark Days?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, yeah, totally.
Because as I know that she probably has a good collection of knowledge, and
Yeah. She goes, "Oh, it's not often that you hear someone wishing to speak of history. It's so dry for most people. Though most, understandably, have not lived through so much of it as we have. The Dark Days ended about 500 years ago. We've been living in bright days since then. And they lasted, according to our experts, their belief it lasted about 400, 300 years, give or take. The Dark Days are named thus because of how much we lost from the Hestrian age before it. The Hestrian age itself extends further than we know. Whatever predates it, they have differing names depending on the historian. Most of them just call it pre-Hestria.
very interesting.
We have very little knowledge retained of the Hestrian age. Most of their writings were destroyed. Some remain, and that's why I can read their old language. But it is ancient and mostly unknown now.
This is like the stone slabs in One Piece.
Well, I wouldn't know, okay? I didn't take from that.
Shoot. I'll just
And
yes.
you asked a question. We speak of history, so I answered your question of history. Please, would you take a query of mine?
What is that?
Your necklace. It is different. Almost familiar for some reason. And the language itself. Barely used. I've seen it once or twice. But it also dates back to this Hestrian. She motions back to her tome. Age and before it.
Would you possibly know, or could possibly find what it means?
I would have to examine it more closely.
I would not be against that.
She smiles. I am always interested in an interesting ancient relic.
I happened to stumble upon it at a shopkeeper in town, and he just didn't quite like it. So He
Did
gifted it to me.
Why?
He just said it made him on edge, nervous, anxious. And every time he looked at it, he just got this deep gut feeling that something wasn't right.
I see. She pulls out a small notebook and starts to scribble these notes into it. She's nodding along and she goes, "Would I be able to hold it? If there are engravings, I'd have to see it from close up. But don't worry, you can stay here the whole time. I wouldn't want to relieve you of something you wish to keep."
You know what? Why not? Your presence is intoxicating enough anyways.
She chuckles along and accepts the compliments, the flattery. She seems not unfamiliar with it, and she reaches for the necklace. Can you pass it over?
Sure, I will. As I hand it to her, I'll ask her, may I ask a personal question?
Yes, you may. I reserve the right to refuse to answer, though.
I understand that, but it's nothing too crazy. I'm just interested of the tattoos.
Ah, mine or theirs? And she motions at those who follow her.
Yours.
Mine are a representation of my house, my family, and our history. These vines, these leaves are based on the exact leaves of the forever ivy in our house. It's the same plant that was planted millennia ago. And our family dates back to the beginning of elves themselves. Our history is not lost, though some of it has been muddied up.
Well, I do believe that is sadly inevitable for most families, is their tree in their line gets muddied up all along the way, and it's our job to fix it.
And this is true. You have a very determined spirit about you, common amongst those of your type. I mean as human. It is refreshing. My people are very calm and content at times, not desiring change so much. I appreciate that of your kind.
Well, when you have things happen to you at such a young age, it brings into perspective a lot.
I concur. And she, you handed it to her, right? She looks down to examine it. And she'll spend the next probably 30 minutes just kind of examining it, scratching words, scratching the symbols in it into her notebook, just examining for the next 30 minutes. With that, I think I'll take a pause here. We have about 10 more minutes, so I don't think we'll hit our theater here, but I would say Carhale rolled shy. Go ahead and give me a d20 roll.
Woo! 18.
18. Okay. You hear the announcement. Vomith and Mithva. of the Floratua tribe. And where is everyone currently? We have Karhale walking with Atsila, just kind of walking the perimeter of the entire festival. Kanari, where are you at? Would you be walking with her?
She's stationed up somewhere that's like not right in front of the entrance, like somewhere off the side, because she wants to be monitoring who's showing up, but not be like drawing attention, you know? So somewhere tucked away, but monitoring who's coming in, what's going on, because she's very nervous about this whole thing.
Got it. So you go up to the front to kind of monitor, and you recognize some of the voices coming through, aside from the announcement of Vomith and Mithva, because you had previously heard an announcement of a familiar name. You recognize the voice of Merrick LaCall, as well as another voice you wouldn't have expected to hear again in such a long time. You hear. Actually, are you trying to stealth this? Are you keeping in the shadows, or are you just out in the open, just hanging out near the entrance?
Stealth is a strong word. She's just off to the side. Like, she's not trying to be in the center of the crowd, but she's not hiding per se, you know?
Okay. Yeah. People are kind of coming in. The crowd is starting to fill up just with people and their attendees. You guys hear a few more names listed within the interim here. I'll come into what you're hearing here, but a few more of the names mentioned. The province Alad. You hear of the High Prince and Princess Tramaire Nightsinger, and Chimeras. You hear of Ruthen, the province Ruthen, the family of Ruthen, a human province and a family. All of the daughters, Zule, Azana, and Marath, coming through. You hear of the Tregaran family announced. The family Leanne, Tara, William, Kent. Tregaran. You hear of the province Hathan. You hear of Hathan, Springleaf, and company. You hear of Toril, province Toril. The dwarves, Vorik, different names that are meaningless to you guys as of now, but they're announced as the party progresses. Yes.
So, any one of these people, if we kill them, you then have to create a whole backstory and storyline for this country and family and society.
Well, they already have some context to each of them, being the leaders of their people. But I suppose that might come into play depending on who you kill.
Mm-hmm.
Side note, Kanari. No, not a side note. You overhear the voices of Merrick and Fionn Dielen as he goes, I'm just expecting to see someone. I don't see her right away. Perhaps we can walk, if that's amenable to you. I suppose you think they'd have fruit here. Perhaps some of their famous blueberries.
Do I recognize this voice?
You do, actually.
Who is she?
Roll me a history check.
Okay.
I don't remember her.
You don't?
Natural 20 plus a +0. So she's just like, boom.
You have a visceral memory of Anala spitting, cursing, and aggravated as she descended the stairs back at the Aljaver estate and was like, there's this woman, I have to work for her. I have to serve her.
I remember her now.
I have to go. And this woman saying, "Where are my blueberries? I only eat
That is
those
a deep
grown
cut.
and sold within Elfcar."
Why is Merrick with her? I'm so confused.
That's my question.
Good question.
She was
And
at the Algebera estate during
Merrick
that
goes,
auction.
Of course. I'm sure they'll have that inside. Let's go. And continues inwards. Does not seem to notice Kanari, who's just hanging back, not so much stealthing, but just out of the main view. And Merrick is rather distracted in this moment. You see him with his blonde hair. It's a little longer. You actually don't see him. Never mind. But he sounds the same. Normal Merrick voice.
You
Okay.
should describe him anyways for the seeing people.
Yeah. For Shy, who's hiding in a bush nearby-ish. Shy, you see Merrick, who you had a little escapade with back at the Algebera State. He was very frustrated with you for a couple moments of that time, being, "What are you doing? Why are you going that way? No, they're gonna catch us and kill us," and all that. Different moments within that. But he looks a little different now. His hair is a little bit longer. It's combed in a little bit more of a suave manner than the cut and the nice military cut that he had before, which was up to code. Now it seems like he's wearing a very nice set of robes, this military suit, actually, this military uniform, representing Tal. So he's wearing the colors of Tal here, and the golden lining of the suit itself, the representation. He looks. Go ahead and give me an insight check. Kanari for the voice, then Shy, I guess, for his looks in general.
That's pretty good. 23.
23. Awesome. Kanari, you can tell he sounds
2.
like his patience is thinning, but he's keeping on the facade of cordiality for Fionn Allen. Shy?
2.
Shy. 2. You can tell nothing. It looks kind of like that guy you hung out with.
I can barely see through the branches.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, at this point, Shy walks out. You see he's on stilts. He has some paper mache horns on, and he has a fake tail, and he's wearing like really raggedy things, and he's got paper mache chains around him.
Wait, he's playing the princess. As a note, a reminder for everybody.
Well, this isn't his what's it called outfit.
This isn't his stage costume. Calm down.
Yeah.
This is cosplay for the festival.
No. He said
I
that
know.
he
That's what I
made
think.
his own costume for the play.
Yes.
Yeah,
he did.
no, he has a different outfit for this.
Oh,
Like,
okay. Sorry, that was just my
this
immediate
is his-
assumption.
This is his costume party outfit.
You hear Fionn Allen. Oh, well, isn't that disturbing? And Mary goes, I think it's colorful and interesting and probably a representation of LFCAR's. I don't know. I don't know very much about this country. Goes, but perhaps we'll find out more as we progress inwards. Maybe there's people out there that can explain more about this. And he's
looking for Thea.
She goes, yes,
Not
yes.
freaking there.
Something to eat. I'm feeling peckish. He goes, of course you are. Of course. And this woman, long black hair, Shy, not quite as long as Saritha from before, but her hair goes down her back. and she's wearing purple robes, those that represent Kel as where she hails from. And she also comes in with a bit of an entourage, 2 handmaidens behind her and 2 bodyguards behind her, all of which are wearing little pins. And you guys can see that she and Merrick do not look any different, whether that means they are confident within themselves or are actually participating, yet to be seen.
Ooh. I can't wait to find out. Okay. Anyway, try good. This is interesting.
Okay, so we'll end that for now because we've come to the end of our time, but we'll start up next time. We'll say at this point, the festivities are, you guys hear some gongs being rung at the center of the entire festivities within the dream realm, and some bells are being tinkled all around, and everyone's attention being drawn towards the pavilion and the theater. We'll start there next session. This will be fun.
Very cool.
We'll end the stream.